What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are live. To the best of my knowledge, we are live. I'm going to let you guys roll in before we really get started, but while I'm doing that, I'm going to post this to the Discord. Can I do this? Let's see. Can I just do it here? Come on now. How do I... Is this it? There it is. Share. We will copy, post it in the Discord, and boom. If you guys would like to join the Discord, feel free to do so. I really need to change the profile picture, man. That was when I was literally just starting. But hey, what's up, Serendipity, MJ's Fusion, JG Gonzalez? What's up? I'm glad you caught it live, man. What's up, CJ? How you doing, Mr. Spano? Actually, CJ, I think you're a guy. I think we had this conversation, but you might be a girl. I don't know. CJ can be a girl's name too. But what's up? John Speed, how you doing? Good to see you all. Let me pull up. Let me get this so that I have the live chat here, because I can't do it simultaneously. If that makes sense. Like I can't look at it while I don't know how to do that on here, so I pull it up on here. If that makes any sense, I don't know. Yes, Guy. All right, there we go. Jack Spetta. We got Captain Jack in the house here. Boom. What's up, Full Send? How you doing? What's up, Lee? Thank you guys. Thank you all for being here. Man, this is awesome. I love it, man. I remember whenever I started doing lives, it would take like 5 or 10 minutes just for like 8 people to show up. We got 20 people in here so far. What's up, Fung Thai Fawn? How you doing? Tri Kings, how you doing, my man? Good to see you. Man, a lot of new faces, a lot of old faces. I'm grateful for every single one of you. You guys hit 5,000 subscribers and counting just the other day. We're going to do some TA today. I've got some announcements I want to make too. And it pertains to changes in the channel that I'm hoping everybody will be okay with. It's something that I just think it'll help things flow. And you know, it might as well just get on with it right now, talking about it. So what I want to do, let's get my face, let's blow it up, man. What I want to do is no more charts. I want to strictly sell candles. No, that's not what's happening. I want to do requests. I want to do requests for you guys, and that's always going to be the case. But I find that I don't have the time every single day to talk about the things that I want to talk about. Most of the time, and it's not that I don't want to talk about the things that I do talk about, but there's a lot of things that are left unchecked when I feel like we go over a bunch of the same requests day by day by day. You know what I mean? So I'm going to limit the requests to 3 days a week. On those 3 days, I will gather up all the requests that have happened since the last request day, and those days, those videos will specifically be for requests, if that makes sense. So originally I was going to do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but MHAT had a great idea for me to do a Friday end of the week kind of roundup and what I expect will be a good coin, good stocks going into the next week, kind of have like my top 5 picks. I think that's a great idea. Have like an end of the week, kind of close the chapter on that week on Fridays. So Fridays are out, in my opinion. Instead of Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. What's going on, everybody? I love seeing this craziness in the chat. You guys are awesome, man. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I'm sorry. I try not to cuss on these, but I do cuss rather liberally in real life. What's up, Ethan? How you doing? Kayla, Sia, Brox. I think I got... Oh, there's another one. Who's that? Fui CVDTO, I don't know, GF. JG Ascenics, what's up, bro? Denny Keaton, oh my God, Mad Dog, thank you guys, thank you all so much. But instead of Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, as I posted in the chat before, and I might have mentioned in a previous video or two, I'm going to do, I think, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays for request day videos. So I will gather requests on the days that I'm not doing request videos. So essentially Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays will be only requests. And then everything in between will still likely be majority requests, but they'll be more in depth. Some of you ask why I like a certain coin, what my top picks are, how to do technical analysis, what's risk management. Some requests are just on a coin or on a stock that it's a good stock or coin and it demands more attention than just what I normally do. You guys have seen the request videos, so I want to give attention to the other things that you guys want to see besides the day-to-day requests. And this way too, if anybody has a coin or a stock that more or less gets requested daily, it doesn't add to the workload while still getting done, if that makes any sense. So I'm done explaining it. I hope that makes sense. I got a lot of positive feedback, and that's what I want to do. So that, just so you're aware, we're not going to be doing requests tonight. This is a celebration. I mean, we're going to be doing requests. If you guys have any requests in the live stream, we're going to do requests. Every live stream, I will cater to the requests of the people that are here. If I can, depending on how big it gets. But let's see. Hold on. What's up, FB? What's up, Merrick? How's it going, bathroom guy? I hope you're in the bathroom, man. If you're at work, man, you better be in the bathroom. Ricky Sellers, Mark, how you guys doing? Thank you all for being here. We're going to get into the TA right now, but first and foremost, we got to have the music play. Okay. Let me minimize my face here. You guys, I'm loving this classic music thing. I know some people don't like it. I won't have it playing for the whole time, but let's see. Appreciate you. Congrats on it. Thank you, C-Car guy. I appreciate you. Thank you, Spearful Healing. John Speed, what's up? Yeah, we're going to talk about BTC for sure. This is definitely going to be, we're going to do technical analysis as always, guys. I just wanted that intro. I wanted to get some points across that I think you guys should be prepared for in the coming weeks. And yeah, drop the music. Yeah, dude, it's dope. I'm very grateful for all the people here, man. 5K it's awesome. The goal is 20K by the end of the year, so tell your friends, tell your family, and have them tell their friends and family. But anyways, guys, we're going to talk about Bitcoin first. I want to go over actually some requests from yesterday for Castus and Jordan Bailey. If you guys hear this, I want to talk about the DXY and the Bitcoin dominance. I think all three of these, the Bitcoin chart, BTC.D, DXY, I think they all can tie into a nice little segment together. And then afterwards, I know Crypto Investor over at from Ethan's channel, or from Ethan's Discord, and in my Discord too, he requested Link, and there's a couple of you that requested Link, so we will talk about Link today after this initial segment here. I love all you guys, man. Thank you. We will talk about Jesus too, Brian. Yeah, you guys, I've bought 2 cryptos recently in this last 2-week span, and a lot of you already know. If you're in the Discord, you know. But and I left a link again for the Discord in the description if you guys want to join the Discord. It's free to join. Nothing I do ever is costing money. Okay, if it ever gets to that point with something, I just can't see myself at this point in time. I can't see myself offering anything for money. I don't want your money. I want you guys to make money. I make money doing this enough. I make money from ad revenue, which I don't have set up yet, man. I'm having a hard time with the IRS, but I'm getting off topic. What I'm trying to say, you guys, and we'll turn off the music, okay? I'm going to turn off the music right now. Let me know in the comments if you guys want the music to stay on. If it throws the vibe off, we can put it back on. But I forgot what I was just saying, man. I'm all hyped. You guys are getting me energetic as fuck. What's up, Han? Han, you changed your name. Let's see. All right. I forget what I was saying. So let's just get into this. I lost my train of thought, but let's get into this. All right. So, looking at where we are, you guys know here on the weekly, we're very overbought, right? We've been in these situations before in Bitcoin's history, and actually this is on Coinbase. I'd like to look at the index where we've been in the overbought zone, out of it, in it, out of it, and this specific run right here, where it looked like this was our parabolic run in 2017, right? Here it was a little bit more sparse as far as the amount of time we were in the overbought zone, but when we did get overbought, we saw fantastic moves. I think as of now, and I think it's obvious, with your seeing eyeballs, right? We are a little bit more in a structural similarity to the 2017 cycle than any other cycle, in my opinion, especially with the RSI. Just looking at the price, it looks parabolic to me. You guys know from past markets that we can sustain these kind of, what's what I'm looking for, structures for a long time. We can maintain the structure for a long time. Let's see. Take a shot every time he says, sorry, got off track. Yeah, you guys are drinking tonight with that, man. I'm completely sober today. Sometimes I have a little alcohol, or that's what I like to do to just chill. But I feel like being clear-headed for a live stream is probably a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music on. I'm gonna turn it back on. But if you guys have a problem with it, you let me know. If it's distracting, if it's too loud, you let me know. Because if anybody has a problem with it, I will turn it off. And I know you guys enjoy the music, but but you enjoy I think you enjoy the videos too, even without the music, where some people might not even enjoy the videos with the music. So, dude, the tongue is doing better, Fanta. Thank you very much. I don't know what the hell that was about. I had an allergic reaction or something. But anyways, you guys, I'm trying to say that I think we are in the obviously, we're in the very, very beginnings of this cycle. It's been exciting so far. We're at new all-time highs before the halving even. And I think this is just getting started. There are a lot of people who are calling for this crypto cycle to be shorter, like ending sometime this year. I'm not one of those people. I thoroughly believe, you guys, we're not going to see the end of this cycle until late 2025. Does that mean that we're just going to go in a straight line up the whole time? Probably not. Probably not at all. You know, we formed this parabolic structure and we went sideways literally essentially from March until October in 2023. 2023 was the year of the crab, so we don't have to move up straight the whole time, if that makes sense. But I don't know. Let's get into some actual TA here. So kind of a double top on the weekly. If we put a line right here, right at the top here, you can see we've been above this line once, twice, 3 times. We'll call that a tip. 4, 5, we'll call that a tip too. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times in Bitcoin's history before. This is like the 10th, if not 11th or 12th time that we've interacted with this zone. If we go back in time and we see how we've interacted when we've either hit this line or went above it, you can see here on this first little pass, we actually took a sizable dip. I mean, first like few months of price action, we're not going to count that too much. We're not going to look too heavy into that. Probably really not until we see our first cycle. But you can see each time we did take a sizable dip. I'm not going to measure them, but they're definitely greater than 40% drops. And then here, especially end of the cycle, here we tipped this exact same area, and this was before the halving. This was like the pre-halving dump, which a lot of people are expecting. I myself have been expecting a pre-halving dump for a while, and we've just been continuing to go up. So, I mean, we might be getting it now, but it's not going to go. It's not going to go to those low prices that I was calling for months ago. 50% drop there. Let's see. Up here, I mean, obviously a much bigger drop than that. Above it here, cycle high. Tipped it here. Also a pre-halving / in the midst of a halving dump. We saw a 40% drop. Very precise target with that line there. The next time we interacted with this line over here, from top to bottom, was a 35% drop. Went a little bit above that line there. And then also kind of take into mind too, you guys, whenever we're moving up a few weeks, in advance, and then we pause for months, okay? We're in the same areas, potentially at a high point, we pause. We paused for at least a month there, right? And then continue to go up, and we even came back to these same prices. We really were on pause for a little while here, and then we broke out and went higher. Here we go. Next interaction up here, high to low, dropped 39%. Again, we were on pause for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks is when we broke out. So a month and a half. It took some time is all I'm trying to say. And then up here, oh no, oh, you guys probably didn't see that, but I have a plant, and this plant just decided to fall for some reason. That's okay. I need to fix it anyways, but it's leaning too hard. That's okay. Anyways, maybe I'll do this real quick. Let's see. Give it a little support. There we go. Okay. This time here, was it? Yeah, we didn't go down for too long, but anyways, it was toward the end of the cycle. Here above this line, we went below. I'm going to make sure everybody's okay with the music here. Let's see. Needs to cool. Yeah, Han, you get it. Yeah. Another shot. Yeah. Save the planet. Plants down, man. Hey, what's good, Disco? How's it going, Ali Massar, VJ Bendry? If I haven't said hi to anybody, there's a lot of comments going on. What's up, Quiet Don? Good to see you all. Thank you very much for being here. And this most recent one here, we didn't actually see I'd say maybe we didn't actually get to that line, but that's still pretty close. We saw it moving sideways for a bit. We didn't see that big of a drop. It was 20% from high to low, right? All I'm trying to say, you guys, is a drop that's, anywhere from 20% to 35% to 40% from this high is possible. Now, a 40% drop, just to put that in perspective, would take us down to 44.5K. I would honestly bet that that doesn't happen. Like if somebody wanted to bet me if that happens or it doesn't happen, I would take that bet that we don't go below 45K, that we probably don't even go below 50K. But it is a possibility. It's something we've seen before, so it is something to address. People that think this can't happen, they might be unprepared if it does happen. They might be scared and they might panic sell or something like that. So just keep that on your radar. I'm not expecting it personally, but I do accept it as a possibility. So that if it goes down there, I'm not going to panic sell. I'm going to be like, oh, this is normal. Oh, this is still a higher low. We're okay. But we definitely had a high there. That is a top-looking candle to me for Bitcoin. I do think we're going to go lower. I absolutely do think we're going to go lower. My current target at this moment is 57K, and I have a few reasons for that. But if we go from the all-time high to the cycle low here, I think that's the cycle low, yeah. The 886 is at about 58.2K. And we could go a little bit below that. Maybe we hold 58.2K. And then this here from our most recent kind of consolidation phase from top to bottom, the 1618 is right there at essentially 57K. On Coinbase, it's right at 57K. On the index, it's a little bit different. I want to move over to Bitcoin dominance real quick and just see if we can find any correlation with that, because when Bitcoin dominance goes up, generally that's whenever we see Bitcoin go down. But a lot of things went up today, actually, man, on that note. Let's see here. Background music is fine. Hell yeah. Thank you, Fanta. Cool. Hit that like. Yeah, you guys hit that like. Thank you guys for all the likes and all the what's up, Mr. Fool. Thank you guys for all the support that you've just given consistently. You guys are great, man. I'm serious, guys. I will go through, like, we can go, let's see, we'll go to the, maybe not there, let's go to YouTube. You guys are like literally fantastic. Let's see, my videos right here, right? Or no, would it be, yeah, this 100% likes, 142 likes. I had like one person not like it. You guys are some of the most supportive people on YouTube. I really like, nothing shy of 98% all the way through. Like, you guys are really awesome. I'm very, very, very grateful for you. If you don't hit the like button, that's okay. At least you're not hitting the thumbs down button. But I don't think the thumbs down actually hurts the algorithm. Or like it doesn't hurt my channel if I'm remembering correctly. Anyways, BTC.D, it kind of looks like an inverted roof here, right? And for a lot of you who are aspiring technical analysts, if you'd like, you can go to this website. It is free. It's called thepatternsight.com. Thomas Bulkowski is a man. He's alive. He's a trader that's been, actively trading and investing for decades now, man. Like 40, 50 years, more than that. Like he's an old man. And this thing actually got an update. It used to not look like this. He's updated it recently. But you can see market overview, 313, 322. Like, it's the 23rd for me today. He updates this thing regularly. So this is all, he takes all of his trades, and I don't think you can go through and check out every catalog trade he has, but he catalogs them himself. And then he gives you a statistic. Let's just check it out here, right? So we're going to go to chart patterns. This is what brought it up to begin with. There's a whole glossary, right? If you want it, thepatternsight.com, it's free. Busted patterns, chart patterns, candlesticks, Elliott wave, quizzes, whatever. Like, it's all that stuff's free. If you want to buy his books, he's got books too. They're good books from what I've heard, but I've actually never read his books. I think I have one or two of them, but I've never read his books. Chart patterns, inverted roof, which would be under I. Inverted roof, and I've clicked on it before. So here you can see, he gives you a little brief diagram. Characteristics, price trend can be any direction. That means it's like a neutral pattern, shape, blah, 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 whatever. Uptrend gives you the percentage, the likelihood of breakouts, whatever, up or down. Yeah, stuff like that, kind of what to look for. And then he gives you an example. And this, to me, the only reason I'm pulling this up, the inverted roof specifically, is that's what it looks like to me with the Bitcoin dominance here. And truthfully, I mean, it could go up. It could go up, but inverted roofs, I'm pretty sure they're more often reversal patterns. I know I said that they're neutral, but let's just see. He's got it here going down. I don't know. Wait for confirmation before placing a trade because the breakout can be upward or downward. Okay, so we'll just wait for confirmation. Generally speaking, you guys, I am calling for Bitcoin to go down. The reason I was looking for that is I am calling for Bitcoin to go down. So when this breaks, I guess I would expect it to break to the upside, because generally speaking, when the dominance increases, that's when we see Bitcoin go down. But I do have another theory, and that's that altcoins might, for once, they might not drop as hard as Bitcoin. Or they might see days where if Bitcoin drops 10%, they might drop harder. But in the midst of all that, you guys, we might be seeing altcoins run a little bit. And I feel like we saw a taste of that today. When Bitcoin consolidates, and that's exactly what I was calling for in the beginning of this video, right, is that Bitcoin will consolidate probably for at least a month, if not multiple months, right? Maybe after the halving, maybe sometime in late May is when we start moving up again. Maybe it's sometime earlier than that. But you know, if it's going to consolidate, altcoins could really do well. And if altcoins do well while Bitcoin's consolidating, we would expect to see the dominance go down. Dominance going down is generally good for the rest of the market. But again, we are in this pattern. I think that whenever we see it break, that could be more indicative as to what direction we're going for the markets overall. I certainly, I don't know, I would expect if we were to continue going higher, that would imply that the market is going down as a whole, right? Where if we see this go down, we might see a scenario, if we break out to the downside, we might see a scenario where Bitcoin goes down, but most of the market actually holds up, which sounds kind of counterintuitive, but it does happen. Let's see. Very thankful for you, Pashko. Thank you, Frankenstein. Appreciate you, man. What's up, Jesus? Hell yeah, bro. I love Vegas, man. I love Vegas. Welcome to the channel, man. Thank you for showing support. What's up, Noel? Or Noel. I don't know if it's Noel or Noel. V Alpha. What up, what up? Snart guy. How's it going? Mr. Hat. You guys, Mr. Hat, smooth operator in the Discord, made a very valid point. We need to give props to Mr. Hat, man. He has been killing it with his Bitcoin Cash calls. He leaves it in the House of the Dragon here, man. If we go, that is a nice picture. Thank you, Elijah. House of the Dragon. We got a little off the rails earlier, but I know you post your calls. I'm not gonna put you on blast right now, but he's been making some good calls, and we're very grateful to have him in the Discord. I'm grateful to have all of you guys, but especially the other TAs out there. I'm very grateful for you guys to help answer questions, provide some guidance or input. Sometimes you see things that I don't see, you know, and it's just good to build together. We can have our different opinions. We can do TA differently, but still like have a common ground of like respect for each other and appreciation, man. I really do appreciate you, MHAT. So shout out to MHAT for just killing it, man. Party on, baby, party on. Hell yeah, Disco says, yeah. Have you got a link? BCH chat. If you go to the description here, it should be. Let me see. I don't know how I'd pull it up. But I did put the Discord in the link here, and if you join the Discord, click the House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon is the Bitcoin Cash channel, and whatever else, man. I mean, you could talk about whatever, but I do think we might see. I would kind of expect dominance to go down, which to me just doesn't sound right, because I think Bitcoin's going to go down too. So that it happens, but it's not too common, man. I don't know. I guess we just got to wait for that break, man. And really, I think the break would come in the form of not above these wicks, but at this 0.69 at 53.93%. If we get a week to close above there, just like significant price to sustain up there, significant readings to sustain up there, that would be a break. Or then obviously if we break this ascending trend line we have here, that would be a break as well. So look for that. Down is what we want to see, guys. If you want to see the rest of crypto do well while Bitcoin goes down and consolidates, down is what we want to see. It's very, very rare that this goes down and it's not good for crypto. It's very, very rare. Anyways, let's talk about the DXY now. This is something a lot of you find boring. I know you find it boring because anytime I make a video on the DXY, I get all jacked up. I'm like, this is awesome. I love talking about this, but I get like 10 views, 16 views on these videos that I make. But you guys, it really is important, I think, because it's the dollar. Bitcoin, cryptos, everything you have, it's priced in the dollar. What the dollar's doing is pretty prevalent to to the direction of crypto, more or less, you know. And right now, the dollar's consolidating. Think of the dollar to crypto as Bitcoin is to crypto, essentially, right? Whenever Bitcoin's consolidating, that's good. Whenever the dollar's consolidating, that's good, you know, for cryptos to do well. But here we are this week. Of course, we're moving up as Bitcoin's looking like it's moving down. It makes sense. They are somewhat inversely correlated, but there are times where they actually see some correlation as well. So we can even throw that up here. Let's see. Indicators, correlation coefficient, BTC, USD. We'll just do Coinbase. Yeah, like right now, we're actually at a neutral correlation. They're actually slightly correlated, technically, which is kind of odd, because isn't Bitcoin down this week? Yeah, I don't make the rules, man. I don't know. You know, this, I think, closed on Friday, so that's probably why. It closed on Friday, where on Friday, Bitcoin was... That was yesterday, right? So I don't know. It was still red, so that doesn't make any sense either. But we do go through phases. Looking at this on the weekly, looking at it on the monthly too, you'd see the same thing where we're inversely correlated, very heavily inversely correlated. You can see most of the time Bitcoin versus the dollar is opposite of its price movements, but there are times where we go into correlation, and it looks like right now we might be going into correlation. So that's just something to keep in mind, right? That doesn't mean we're going to follow every move the DXY does, or that the DXY is going to follow every move Bitcoin does, but generally speaking, when this goes up, it's not good for crypto, but not always, guys, not always. You know, this huge week here, I love pointing this out, this huge week here for the DXY to the downside, like the biggest red week you saw was one of the biggest red weeks we saw for Bitcoin too, is at the end of the bull market or the bear market. So that makes sense. I don't know if you guys heard that, all that water that was on right there, but someone was taking a shower, I guess, upstairs. Anyways, DXY looking good. It does look like it wants to go higher. Absolutely, we're in a consolidation phase. I talk about this every single time that I do talk about the DXY. And for those of you that are here that are looking for requests, we're going to get to requests soon, I promise you. We're going to talk about Link next after this. And I want to check in. What's up, Saul? Hell yeah, man. I love you from Colorado, bro. Thank you. Do I see a reverse head and shoulders? We can check that out, Brian. Huge fan. Thank you, man. Thank you, the faithful citizen. Hey, what's going on, man? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hope everybody gets rich here too, man. The thing is, here's the cruel reality, okay? Not everybody will walk away net positive. We have 100 people in the chat here. Odds are not all of us are going to make money in this bull run. We could, 100 people out of the whole crypto market, we could. I mean, if we got the right, you know, the know-how. But really what it comes to is we might all see riches. We might all see those numbers where you're at. Maybe you're starting with hundreds of dollars and you turn it into tens of thousands of dollars. Maybe you're starting with thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, you turn it into hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. But you don't pull out at the right time, and you see all that money come, and then you see it go too, you round trip it. That happens a lot in crypto. So it's not just important, guys, to do what we're all doing right now, which is getting in early and holding. Hopefully most of you are holding. You're not playing the game unless you have some decent experience in this. If you're new, I don't recommend playing the game at all. Like if you want to trade, if you're new, if this is your first or really even your second cycle, if you want to trade, unless you have good results and you've proven it over time, I would say trade with 1% of your total portfolio. If you have like $10,000, there's nothing wrong with trading with $100. Like there's nothing wrong with that. And learn. If you could turn 100 into 10,000, cool. There you go. You know what I mean? That's if you're actually good at trading, you can do that. But like, why risk money if you don't have the experience? You don't know. You could just as easily lose all that. When we have the crypto bull market going on right now, guys, where we can undeniably make money, whether you round trip it or not, you will see those gains. And that's getting back to the point I was just saying is, when it comes time, we have to offload too, right? And this is not, none of this is financial advice, right? I'm just really sharing my experience and just my opinions with it. But there's a really good saying that I've picked up from like whenever I started doing technical analysis at first, and that's anybody can make money, but only the pros take money, right? If you're a professional, you're getting paid, right? You have to, so take money. If you want to be a pro, you want to be like the pros, you got to take money off the table when it's time, right? That doesn't mean take money off the table when we drop 35% in a day, right? That doesn't mean take money off the table when you break out and it's the first week, it's been boring for months, and then we break out up 50% in 1 week. No, that's not the time. We wait, right? We have a kind of cyclical pattern to go with Bitcoin and the halving and the DXY, and that's what I was leaving off before I got distracted there, was that the DXY goes through these consolidation phases, and then it expands, and then it consolidates, and then it expands, and you can see clearly, right? If we're respecting this trend even a little bit, we're definitely in a phase of consolidation for the DXY. It could go up. It's at 104 right now. It could go up to 111, which those are small differences in numbers, but that's a huge difference across the world economy. You could see this thing go up from here for sure, but I would expect that we're going to consolidate for years, for the rest of this cycle, even going into the next cycle. So I think this is a key kind of thing to notice, and what has me so jacked on this cycle is that we're not going to have the dollar getting in the way of Bitcoin doing its thing. We ended this consolidation phase. We found our low and we started to expand here. We found our low in June of 2021, right at the end of the bear market or the bull market for crypto. And not shortly after that, we ended the bull market. And that's probably due to the fact that the dollar was taking off. That you tend to see the dollar taking off when Bitcoin does bad, the dollar tanking when Bitcoin does good. You tend to, right? And if it's not exactly that week or that month, it's around there. It's very, very close to that. But I will bring back the Christmas tree. What's up, Kevin Mike? What's up, our Salon Hater? Oh, what's up, Hater? That's Hater side, I think. I'm not into Hex, but I like Hex, man. I respect and don't respect Richard Hart. I have like a mixed bag of emotions for him, but I think he's brave, man. And he seemed like a scammer to me, and maybe he is. I don't know, but I feel like he's taken a lot of flack, and he's stayed true to himself, and he's standing by what he does and his word. And any kind of sense of him being a scammer has kind of gone away, in my opinion. I feel like he's pretty legit, man. So I like Hex. I like Richard Hart, I should say. I don't necessarily like everything he says. I don't necessarily like his personality, maybe, but I do respect him and like him as a person. I can say that, like, genuinely. Man, I got so many comments to go through. If I miss your comments, guys, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Hell yeah, CJ. I put my daughter down, man. That's what I just put her down. I got some time before she wakes up, you know what I mean? If I have to step away, that's why. Happy bull run indeed. Yeah. But everybody can get rich. We do back to that thing I was saying, everybody can get rich if you guys take profits at the right times. And when's the right time going to be? It's hypothetical. It's really hard to say, right? You'll know it when you see it. Like nobody really knows when the right time is, but you can use TA and you can use this timing and the cycles to kind of gauge that, right? And from what we have, I would expect that we're not going to see the end of this bull cycle happen until mid, if not likely late 2025 is my thoughts. So we've got a while. We're still early. So early that we do not need to play the game. You don't need to be trading up and down. That's what I was saying earlier, man. Going in circles here. Music is perfect. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. I looked up energetic classical music because I wanted to get the vibes going. Let's see. Right time is right time is new all-time highs. Yeah, true. But we're at that now, M-Hat. We're at that now. True that though. If you want to sell any altcoin at the right time, at least sell it at new all-time highs. And when we break all-time highs, it's very likely that you're not stopping there. Like you just broke out of something that you'd been under for years. You're likely going to get some separation, right? So that's a good point there, M-Hat, honestly. Yeah, BCH, yeah. Well, but so I guess that depends. That depends on your train of thought, for BCH. If you think that it's going to go to 6K, 7K, then maybe. If you think it's going to go to 10K, maybe. But I think it's going to go to 23K personally by the end of the cycle. I could be wrong. It could go way higher. It really could. It could double 20K, more than that. But we'll see, man. We'll see. It sounds like crazy talk right now, but it won't be crazy if it happens, that's for sure. Good to know. Amadeus. I'll remember that, Mr. Christian. Thank you. What's up, Thomas? Loaf 8. You have a fat bag of Shiba and Doge. That's awesome. But I think I got sidetracked again. I think I've essentially finished this. All I wanted to say, guys, is we're in a phase of consolidation. This should mean that Bitcoin is not going to be in trouble for the remainders of its bull market. Somebody wanted me to see if there's an inverse head and shoulders on Bitcoin. I think you said inverse head and shoulders. If there is, it's definitely not on a larger or like a significant time frame. I mean, it could be, I suppose it could be construed as some kind of left shoulder, right shoulder, and a head. It looks too weird to me. The volume profile fits, but it looks weird. But you can have weird patterns, man. And sometimes the 4 hour looks a bit, I don't know. That to me just doesn't look like a head and shoulder. It's a very weird shoulder. I think I see the inverse head and shoulders look that you're going for, right? Here's your left shoulder, here's your head, here's your right shoulder, right? I don't think it is, though. It might look like that, and Bitcoin is very prone to these slanted head and shoulders patterns. It really is. But I don't think it is. I think, I mean, really, this 4 hour to me, the RSI, guys, it looks like it wants to go down. It does. We had our little break, our little reprieve here. I think we're going to 57K. I really do. And I don't think, just as I said a few days ago, I don't think that it's going to be a straight line down. I don't think that means we're going to do this right now. We're probably going to come back down to these levels and bounce and form another lower high. We might have a descending triangle even. We could go a little bit below this low, psych people out, make them think that it's really on to the downside, and then we bounce, get people excited that we're going to go up, and then we really do go to the downside. Who knows how it's going to look? But Bitcoin is anything but easy to read in moments like this, right? In times of uncertainty. And I think, again, for anybody who's new, I know we got a couple new people in the chat here. If you look at the patternsite.com, man, it's a really good resource for anybody wanting to learn TA. Like, you can learn the basics, man. You can really learn the basics. Candlestick patterns, that's where you should start, in my opinion. You want to go to psychology, that's fine. Another thing real quick while we're on the topic of it, I've done this, I've said this a few times, but if you guys type in Eric with a C, Eric Crown Crypto, shout out to Eric Crown, man. He's a G. He's really, I think he's a talented person in this space. I'm really grateful for him. Playlists. You go to his page, click playlists, and you go to, where is it? Where are you? Trading Psychology series. I had a couple of you tell me that you've been watching these videos since I recommended them. They're great videos. You know they're great videos if you've seen them. If you're new, if you want to become a trader, even if you're just an investor, whatever, I think if you have a hard time kind of making the right decisions because you make emotional decisions, and we've all been there, right? We're human beings. We're not robots. We've all been there. His Trading Psychology series, man, there's 52 videos. I'm sure at some point it gets repetitive, but guys, it's valuable information, and it's free. And this guy, he used to trade, he's a professional market maker for the CBOE, I believe. And then he stopped because he's like, why am I going to be a professional trader for a company when I could just do it for myself and make money? And I remember in his early days, he turned like half a Bitcoin into like 80 Bitcoins, man, like over doing leverage trading back in the 2017, 2018 bear market there, 2018, 2019 bear market. But Eric Crown, man, he's great. I got distracted again, didn't I? I got sidetracked. What was I gonna say? That's a drink. That's a drink. Anyways, guys. Yes, I think we're gonna go lower. I don't remember what I was gonna say here. Let's see. People just have to read the white paper's title, then they'll like BCH. Yeah. And I know everybody has different opinions. Some people hear BCH and it's like la la la. It's like if you talk to a Democrat about Trump, or if you talk to a Republican about Joe Biden, like no matter what you say, those sides, they're just charged, they're going to put their fingers in their ears. But if you have an open mind, even a little bit, try to move past the general stigma that Bitcoin Cash is a scam, because I personally don't think it's a scam. I think it's legit. I do think it's the better Bitcoin. I don't think it will overtake Bitcoin. I could see in the future where that narrative will come up. Is it going to overtake Bitcoin? I think it's underestimated, and I think it's way undervalued. But I personally don't see, unless there's something that the Bitcoin core developers do that truly violates the protocol. And to some Bitcoin cashers out there, they already have. But if it violates the protocol to such a degree where it's just not Bitcoin anymore, then Bitcoin Cash is the only choice, man. I mean, and it is the better Bitcoin. It really is. That's why I hold a large bag myself. That's why I know Ethan and a lot of people who follow Ethan, you guys get into BCHG, LTCN, stuff like that. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think so too, Thomas. I don't know if we're like in a technical super cycle or what that means, but I mean maybe, right? We're above all-time highs at the halving, before the halving, man. We've never seen that before. If it's a longer bull cycle than we've ever seen, then yeah, sure, it's probably a super cycle. Let's see, another shot, Spiritual Healing. Let's go to Link. We're going to talk about Link now, because I know that was requested from Crypto Investor and a couple people. Somebody wanted me to give like a 50%, like what I would see Link going to with the 50% probability or more, or something like that, I think for the all-time highs. So we'll just start there, and then we'll go into the shorter time frames. But from top to bottom, 101 absolutely is achievable. 230 I think is even achievable for Link. If we go to CoinGecko, man, I really forget what it was that I was going to say earlier. I felt like it was important, but maybe we'll come back to it, and maybe not, but that's okay. $10.7 billion, $10.7 billion, man, at this price right here. So that would give us a 56x essentially, right? So that'd be like $56 billion. And that'd put us over $100 billion. So absolutely, I think Chainlink does deserve a market cap that's above $100 billion. I absolutely do. I truly believe that in my heart. That is something that I would say with a 50% or more likelihood, which wherever those percentages come from, anytime you see someone said it's got a 50% chance, 70% chance, unless they have historical data to back that up, they're really just pulling it out of their brains, out of their butts. And that's kind of what I'm doing now. I call it an opinion, but I would say I'm fairly confident, you guys, that prices above $200 for Chainlink are absolutely on the table. And if you go above 200, I don't see a scenario where you wouldn't hit that 1618. Now, could you go further than that? Could you even go all the way up to your 2272? Could Chainlink see a $1,000 price by the end of this cycle? The answer is yes, it is possible. That would be an insanely high market cap. It would put it at about $600 billion, right? Just shy of that, but around that nonetheless. That is an achievable market cap. We've seen a couple cryptos, Bitcoin and Ethereum, already see market caps that high. I think maybe Ethereum only saw 500 billion. I don't know, but we probably will see more cryptos achieve several hundreds of billions of dollars in market caps this cycle, right? More than just Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're going to see that, and XRP. But as far as like a 50% chance or more goes, I would say I don't think this is more likely than it is less likely. I think it is less likely over more likely. So it's possible. It's something to consider. Maybe save like a moon bag in case it does go up there. Chainlink from its current price, you guys, absolutely. I mean this. It could see a 59x by the end of this cycle. It really could. But again, I'm not holding my breath on that. I'm not, counting that, because I mean, what that would have to look like essentially from here is Chainlink would have to move up like in a straight line. And I mean, not that it hasn't done that before, not that it hasn't done that before, but and a straight line can look like this. You move up a lot and then you pull back, just like here. You move up a lot in a couple months and then you consolidate for a while. But I would stay focused more for Chainlink on that 101 to 230 area. And truthfully, this is the area I'm looking at, man. Could you go higher? Absolutely. Don't throw that out of the book. I'm not expecting this so much, and I'm not expecting anything like around here. I am expecting that 230 to 430 area for Chainlink. It's a big range, but that's the range we got, because it's all speculation at the end of the day. You never really know. Let's see. Looking at the weekly here. Just gonna make sure everything's good too. Yeah. Okay. Hold on, guys. I know this part's gonna mess with a couple people. Oh, I just gotta crack it, man. Gotta crack it. Let's see. Weekly looks good, man. The weekly looks really, really good. Of course. Holding support at previous areas of resistance. You could come down. Chainlink could do something where it comes down here and it forms a right shoulder kind of look, right? You've got your left shoulder here, you come up, you form your head, you've got your right shoulder, but instead of breaking down, it'd be like a bearish setup just to mess with people, and then we move higher. You could see that. You could see a kind of stair stepping where you're finding support on previous resistance, which that's what it looks like you're doing now. But if this line breaks, I very much would believe, and maybe not that line specifically, but this line here at your closing high, right? That's where you literally tipped, actually. Your closing high right there. If that line breaks, you are likely going down to $13. You're at $18 now. So I would expect that you hold that area. You've had support here before, nothing other than that, but you know, support. So that would make sense to me, around $13. If 1637 breaks, if we see that. Now I don't know if that's going to happen, because we do have somewhat of an even low here with dramatically higher lows in price, so that is hidden bullish divergence in an uptrend. That's good, and you really could see this kind of like stair stepping where you find support here, you're consolidating, and then boom, you make your next leg up, and then you come back, you consolidate. This kind of movement is very healthy. It's very normal too. It's very common, right? You kind of did the same thing here, but on the downside, right? You know, kind of, essentially. Anyways, let's look at the daily. I'll go over the comments in a second, guys, I promise. Yeah, the daily looks like it wants to go lower too. You did find support on the 123 moving average. Let's see. It kind of looks like it wants to go lower, honestly. Yeah, you might, man. With the way it's looking now, I would think $15.71 to $15 is on the table, and with that, you might go all the way down to this 2272 at $12.58. And I know I said $13 would hold, and I do mean that $13 will hold. But that doesn't mean you can't wick below it. You could wick below it, and right around $13, that 2272, man. You really could, Chainlink. You might be stagnant for a long time, right? For however long this was here. Essentially 81 days, right? You could be stagnant for a long time on your move down here. You're not even technically in the phase where you would be consolidating yet, which would mean, I mean, at this current trajectory, let's assume that you're in this range, like around here. 81 days would put you all the way out in June of this year, right? You might be moving sideways, and that kind of makes sense, because I think Bitcoin's going to start turning up in late May or June of this year too. So I mean, Chainlink could take a back seat as well. But if not, you know, if you do hold this line, if you can hold that, really, what is this line here on the weekly? 1630, it's right at that 1272, like literally right on. If you can hold that 1637 area, you can wick below it, but if you can hold it, you probably will go higher. But I wouldn't be convinced that you're holding it really until you get above that 618 at 1944. So you want to close above 1944. You don't want to close below 1637. If you do, you're going to be in a several months long, at least a couple months long of consolidation, and you'll on the way down to $13. Yeah, Keltinger, I love Jesus Coin, man. I think it's going to do great. Absolutely, I think it's going down from here, though. I think it's got a lot more downside to go. PDAI, PSLX, no, I'm not. I haven't ever heard of them, actually. I've heard so much about it. Do you know when BCH could hit 1,200 to 1,500? We can talk about BCH, yeah. A lot of you guys are asking for BCH. Let's do that. We can talk about Digibyte, too. CLSK to dip, yeah, man. It will. V Alpha, I think I'm very confident that it will, and Bitcoin going down will probably help that, honestly. We can let's look at BCH, and then we'll look at Jesus Coin. Okay, we'll look at Jesus Coin real briefly. I know a lot of you think it's a joke, and that's okay. You know, we all have our cryptos that a lot of people think are jokes, right? Like that's just the name of the game. You can either get offended by it or just be like, yeah, I think you're shitcoin is shit also, so you know, whatever. But I think a lot of us in here can agree that Bitcoin Cash is probably not a shitcoin. What a dramatic move up. It's nice to see. It gets me excited. The boys in the Discord were going nuts today. We got off the rails, you guys, myself included. It absolutely does look good. It really does. I love seeing this. I was very confident that we were going to go lower, and absolutely we did not. We spat in the face of going lower, and yesterday we even had above average volume, the most volume that we've seen really since this big dramatic day to the downside. So that's nice, and we got a higher daily close. This feels familiar. Anybody, you guys remember? You remember, right? Bitcoin Cash, you remember, right? You remember when we were starting out, and we'd form our daily low close, and then we finally got a lower daily close, like it was going to go lower, and right there, that's when we went up. We'd get the higher daily close here, and that's when we went down, right? You would get your higher daily close over here, right? None of these days. You're moving up, but it was only on the higher daily close that you started to move down, right? Same thing, I guess, kind of over here, right? Maybe not there, whatever. But it was the highest daily close you saw in a while, and that was your top. Higher daily close here, and that's when you went down again, right? Higher daily close right here, and that was like the top of your move, okay? This was like the first dramatically higher move we saw, and even then, once you got this, it was short-lived, and we've been moving down. So, you know, you got your higher daily close here. Could we move lower is what I'm trying to say. Could we move lower than this low still even? It is possible. It is possible. It's really exciting right now. I love seeing Bitcoin Cash do this, but we need to be grounded, level-headed, right? I don't personally think that we're going to go, if we go below this low, that we'd go too much lower. I think that 330, that 329 area would hold. I'm really banking on that. I guess I'm not banking on it. It can go below there, and it's okay, man. I mean, like I would buy more if that happened, but the daily RSI is not telling us a whole lot other than it does not like to be below the 50. It's above the 60. You're in the bullish area of control right now. You literally bounced off the 40, the bearish area of control, right up to your bullish area of control. So it does look good. I will say that on the weekly, it looks good as well. Right now, it looks like we're bouncing off the overbought zone, so that would be good for continuation upwards. We could see some kind of bearish divergence form, and at which case that would mean that we would get a higher weekly close than this. Now, does that mean that we're moving up to $600, $700, $1,000, however high? We could, you know, and if we got to $1,000, man, we probably would not have bearish divergence anymore. But maybe it just means from high to low here, you know, we're going to $600, $700, something like that. We might wick all the way up there, but then close down here. We do have that bearish divergence, and then we come back down to this $400 to $500 area. You know, all speculation. Who knows if it happens or if it doesn't happen. But if we have bearish divergence, that normally does mean we would pull back at least to like this area. I think going forward might be a key area to find support if we do continue to move up from here. So the weekly looks good. We have 20 hours and 55 minutes left in the week. We're up 12%. You best believe that Bitcoin Cash can drop 12% in 20 hours, okay? So let's not do that. Let's close the week like this. Let's get this look where we're bouncing off the overbought zone. You guys, that'd be a really, really, really nice look. Where we bounced off the 40 and we've maintained above the 60. You guys, that would look really, really, really good. Really, really good. From high to low here, I mean, we technically broke above the 618 on the first pass, but we did reject all the way down to the 069. Closed above it today. We actually tipped, looking at that right now, we've actually pulled back and tipped the 618, a previous area we found resistance on. I'm going to look at the shorter term time frames. I know MHAT appreciates that. What's up, J-Boy? Good to see you. The Reading Investor, what's going on? Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys for leaving all the thumbs ups and all the love. What's up, Ricky Daddy? You know, I got a couple Rickies in my family, actually. I do. I'm doing good, man. Thank you. I'm glad you like the music. Thank you. Optic fibs, please, and Blue Zell. We can go over that. Yeah, we can definitely go over those. You know what? I'm gonna start writing these down. We got Jesus next, then Digibyte, and then Optic, and then Blue Zell, BLZ. Man, I love Blue Zell. I haven't heard of Optic, but I do hold some Jesus, and man, Digibyte's one of those coins that I kind of wish I was holding. I don't have any allocated for it right now. But I think Digibyte could do well this cycle. If I'm wrong, like whatever, you know, I'm not as certain of it, but the chart looks all right to me. And Digibyte's an OG coin, which I think OG coins are going to have their day in this cycle. Yeah, man, this actually looks good, you guys. With all that initial stuff I was saying still being true, Bitcoin Cash loves to mess with us. So don't get your feelings hurt if we just dump from here. Don't get your feelings hurt. As soon as we get our higher daily close, we move all the way back down below $400. Don't get your feelings hurt. But I will say, as much as it does like to mess with us, this actually looks really nice. If we can hold, we're at a point that we need to hold here, right? We need to have a positive reaction off of this level. So in the next 20 hours, by the end of this week, whenever the week closes, we should have some confirmation, yeah, let's call it confirmation as to if this is legit or not. If the dragon is toying with us, if you tried to grab it by its tail and now you're going to get burned and it's going to go down, or if really this is a like kind of last call, all aboard, checking back for resistance, and then we're going to find support and then continue higher. If we find support here and we get a 4 hour to close above this, you guys, I'm convinced we are moving to $600 to $700 right now. Like we see how fast it likes to move. By the end of next week, if not the week after, like we're going to be moving to $600 to $700 right now. If we can get, it'd be really nice if we could get today to close above these prices. But any 4 hours would start to get me excited. A bounce off of here with further progression upwards would be very exciting. It would make a lot of things look bullish. And here's something I don't normally pull out, but I do look at it on my free time. The ribbon, which TradingView, you used to be able to look at this for free. Now you have to have the premium, which thankfully I have. But man, you pulled back into your ribbon, you're having a positive reaction. That's really nice to see. On the weekly time frames, that's also a good look. Yeah, man. I mean, having this flipped like this is really nice. And then on the monthly, you guys, Bitcoin Cash right now is looking like it wants to get a monthly cross, okay? We've maintained prices above this ribbon while it was flipped down like this for 2 months in a row to the green side, and then we flipped and started turning red. I guess technically 3 months total. On the 4th month, we closed back into the ribbon. So if we can get 4 months above this ribbon, that would be something. That'd be a new accomplishment that we've never seen. If we can get this ribbon to cross, that would be a new accomplishment we've never seen. And I don't just mean this yellow line closing this line. These are, for those of you that don't know what the ribbon is, it's moving averages. It's your 20 EMA all the way down to your 55 EMA going over a 5 count iteration, if that makes sense. I want to point something else out too. MHAT, you'll probably like this one. BCH BTC on Binance. Okay, looking at the weekly, right? I believe, yeah. So this, in a list of things that are firsts, which I'm not going to go over right now, but for the first time, and this to me adds legitimacy to why I think this was the low, like the all-time low for Bitcoin Cash. It's not going to go lower than this versus Bitcoin at least, is that we've got our first cross on the weekly. We did give it back, but it did not sustain us going lower. So not only did we get a cross, somewhat of a false cross, even at that, we did not let it reject us. We got a higher low, and we're fighting to cross it back to the upside now, actually. So this looks really good, man. I love this reaction we're having against BTC. This is a beautiful thing, man. When the ribbon tightens up like this and now it's looking like it wants to expand, like this is a really good thing. So this tells me, regardless if Bitcoin Cash goes up or down from here, it'll probably drop less than Bitcoin. And if it goes up, it will go up more than Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin goes down and Bitcoin Cash goes up, this thing's going to skyrocket. But enough of that. I think that's it. Oh, I want to do the short-term time frames for MHAT. I know he likes those, so we're going to do those. BCH real quick. 4 hour. 4 hour looks fine. It looks good, but again, same thing as I was saying earlier. I'd like to see support in this area. The 1 hour also looks fine. Yes, you're below your 50, but you have a lower low with higher lows in price. I think that's fine. Looking at the relative fib on this shorter term time frame, you could go lower. You could go to 441, and that's okay. I don't think that would break this idea that we're going to go up here. Just, it'd be nice to see support sooner than later, but we could go to 441. We could go to 431 and still be fine, but find support in this area. It does look like it wants to go down there, in my genuine opinion. 15-minute time frame, yes, rejecting the 50, rejecting the 236. Yeah, I do think we're going to go down. We're going to continue going down. And then the 5-minute, I never look at these low time frames, man, but yeah, you broke out of your uptrend in the RSI, you're probably going to see oversold. All of these lower time frames are saying going down, where the higher time frames look like they're ready to go up. So hopefully these lower time frames don't mess with anything too dramatically, but that's Bitcoin Cash. Let's move on to, we're going to talk about Jesus Coin on Dex Screener. This one will be quick, okay? For everybody who either likes or dislikes Jesus Coin, this one's going to be quick because there's not probably a whole lot to say, really. I'm not going to go too in depth. I'll give it a genuine look. I'm not going to fudge it, but I'll read some comments after this too. 24. You guys, thank you all again. 112. I think this is the most people I've ever had in a live stream, so I'm very grateful for all of you for being here. Thank you very much. Jesus Coin doing bearish things, man. I do think it's going lower. I absolutely do. This daily RSI looks sad. We might move up for a time being, sure, but it looks sad. It looks very sad. The price action itself, I pointed this out last time. I think we're in some kind of a zigzag where you had your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And now you had a 1, 2, 3 correction, and now you're going to go down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who knows how low it goes? Technically, if we draw this specifically, let's actually do it here real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that's 5 right there. Okay, something like that. Technically, you would expect it to be like this. That would take you down to 7 zeros 4 1. That would be the expected kind of move if we were to see symmetry in the third leg. And the third leg is actually normally, this final leg is normally bigger. So just all that to say, there's a solid chance that Jesus Coin goes all the way back down here. And I had somebody ask in one of my recent videos for Jesus Coin, you say you're holding a lot of Jesus Coin, or they said something like that, and you expect it to drop 60%, but you're not going to sell any. And I'm like, damn straight, man, absolutely. I do expect it to go down here. I'm not saying that as a trader to take the opportunity to play the game with this coin, because I absolutely do believe as well that Jesus Coin will see new highs. I do. And I mean, from here, its all-time highs are a 4x, almost a 5x. Come on now, get the high. Top to the current low, which if we see lower prices, mind you, that will only make these extensions higher. If we see the first extension from here and we hold that low, that's a 7.5x from here. That's a 14x from here or higher that we could go, right? I'm not going to play the game when I know if I just wait, I won't have to worry about scooping some up down here and then holding on again. You know, I don't have to worry about that. It might not go down there. You never know with this thing when it could just do this, right? Just like it did last time. Like, you never know. I got lucky, man. I saw, and I didn't get lucky. I wanted to buy down here. I was thinking about it, and I just didn't do it. It went up here. I bought on this red day. That was like the best buy that I've had of the bull market so far. Like, genuinely, just because of the gains, right? It's a meme coin. It's a meme coin. For those of you that don't know Jesus Coin, it is a meme coin, but you know, I like the community. I think, you know, it's a pretty solid community, and I think that they've got their hearts in the right place. Some people think it's blasphemous, but I think those people, once they look into the community, they kind of convert, if you will, to like understanding, oh, hey, it's a lot of like good people who are staying true to the word, that are trying to just like come together in crypto over Jesus himself, you know. So but I don't know. I'm talking about things that I don't necessarily have an expertise in as far as that goes. But yes, Jesus Coin could go a lot lower, you guys. Absolutely, it could. I don't know if I want to say anything else on that. The 4 hour does not entice me at all. It does not entice me at all. I do think you want to go lower. You probably, what you do is you'll go below this low, and then you will find support, and then you will come up again, and then you will have, like, on your third leg or your fourth leg down, you will have that final move. Technically, let's see, probably your fifth leg actually. I very much would expect that you're going to go here. That 7.066 area is where you're going to go. I don't think you're going to move up at all from here. If you do, it's going to be a very minute amount, but that's Jesus Coin. I spent more time than I like really cared to actually on this. I think that it's going down. I love Jesus Coin, but yes, I do think it's going down. And it's not worth playing the game, because even though I think it's going down, you never know when it could keep. I thought it was going to go lower down here. I didn't buy, and I had to buy sizably higher, right? It was still a good purchase, but that's why I'm not playing the game. I'm not going to play the game where I sell here, wait for it to go down. I'm selling at a low. No way. I'm not going to do that. That's not good risk management right there. And you know, it's not like a huge amount of money anyways that I have in there. You know, maybe to some people in the world, I don't know. It's nothing big. It's nothing, and it's not going to break the bank, if that makes sense. DGB USD on Binance here. That is a funny looking chart. Let's do USDT. A little bit more volume. There we go. It looks a lot less fuzzy, doesn't it? Let's read some comments here. We can talk about LTC. Yeah, LTC. I am probably going to end the stream in like an hour, guys, so we'll crank through some of this stuff, but just so you know, just so you're aware. What's up, my dude walks funny? Dude, you got one of the best names ever. Yeah, Brian knows. I'm only saying it's going down. You guys know why I'm saying it's going down. It's because I believe it's going down. That's your sign. We're at all-time highs. Don't you see it in the headlines? That's your sign. That we're at all-time highs in Bitcoin? Yeah, probably. Doing good, Ricky Daddy. Epic tune. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Yo, Glass. Glad you caught the live. I'm glad you did too, J-Boy. Yeah, no problem, Matt. I appreciate you, Sai Kumar. Thank you. What's up, Mr. Matt? We got Fonzie in the house. We're gonna throw ACH on there. Let's see. No problem. Thank you, T. Mullins. Thank you. Kevin Gray, what's up, man? Thank you. Fetch AI. That's what you want. Yeah, no, I think it's good to look at all the time frames. If you're a trader, if you like doing technical analysis, you should look at every time frame. Even if, in me personally, I like the 4 hour and up. That's what I like to look at the most. But it's good to look at the shorter term time frames too. It definitely is. I would put less weight on the shorter term time frames, but it's definitely important to consider. It can definitely be, but like just because you have a bearish looking 15-minute time frame does not change that you have a bullish looking daily term time frame. Like don't psych yourself out and assume that you're going to zero just because the 15-minute looks god awful. If you have a bullish looking daily, you know that will overtake the 15-minute almost always. Year of the Dragon, you know it. Thank you, Craig. Thank you. I'm glad, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, it is a wild ride. You know it is, man. Voxies. Voxel Crypto. Voxies. Is that the ticker? VOXIES? If BCH booms this cycle into 5 digits, people will start to wonder if they made... Yeah, Fanta, that is actually something that I've been telling people who I personally know in the real world for crypto and on other discords, like before I ever made my channel. I've been kind of saying that, like, not that I expect that to happen, but it makes sense. Exactly what you're saying, which is that like they're going to wonder, because at first there was no question, right? Whenever Bitcoin Cash first came about, you had Roger Ver as essentially like the public figurehead, and he's not the guy that founded Bitcoin Cash. He's not the founder of Bitcoin or anything like that. He's one of the earliest investors, if not the earliest investor with serious cash in crypto. And he probably does hold the most Bitcoin Cash out of anybody, probably, or Bitmain does. But if Bitmain's even still a thing, I think they are. I don't know. It's been a while since I've even thought about Bitmain, man. But at first, when Bitcoin Cash came about, Roger Ver made an ass out of himself. I like Roger Ver, guys. I actually really like Roger Ver. He reminds me of one of my best friends who he sadly passed away like 5 years ago. But they act the same. They're very passionate and they care about people a lot. He cares about people a lot. I know he does. But whenever you poke fun at him, whenever you make him out to be an ass, he shows his ugly side. He is not afraid to look like an ass. And being that he is like one of the figureheads for Bitcoin Cash, that's not a good look. A lot of people just thought it was a scam because they didn't like Roger Ver, and it's like he's not the guy that makes Bitcoin Cash go around. And in fact, he is one of the first people that promoted adoption for Bitcoin. He used to be called Bitcoin Jesus, and still to some people he is. Because he was like a Bitcoin evangelist, man. Without Roger Ver, it's debatable that we might not have seen crypto grow as fast as it did in the early days. Like inevitably, it would probably happen. But you guys, Roger Ver did a lot, and I think he gets a bad rap. I think he's a good guy. I just think he's an emotional person, and he probably doesn't talk the best whenever he's emotional. But Bitcoin Cash now, that narrative, all that heat between Tone Vays and Roger Ver and Jimmy Song and all the BTC maxis versus the BCH maxis, all that's kind of fizzled out. The idea that Bitcoin Cash is a scam, some people might still hear that from some of the like crypto OGs who favor Bitcoin, but there's a lot of new people getting into the market. So like, what's Bitcoin Cash? They're going to look it up. They're going to look into it and be like, well, this sounds like Bitcoin, but it's faster. It's cheaper to send. It's cheaper to buy. It's got the exact same tokenomics, but it's less expensive. It's like I'm in a time machine and I'm buying Bitcoin before it was ever worth $1,000. Like, why shouldn't I hold some of this? You know, like it might, the dots might connect for people. And I think some of the people who've been in crypto for a long time, they might have their heads fogged up because they see it as this war between, and it is somewhat of a struggle between BCH and BTC. It was a hard fork, don't get me wrong, but I think they can both exist. I do think, I mean, they have both existed, but I don't think BCH is going anywhere, man. I had something I wanted to say on that note, and when I say it's not going nowhere, I don't mean that I don't think it's going down. I do think it's going up. But yeah, Fanta, what you were saying, they're going to wonder if they made the right choice. I very much do see a narrative with Bitcoin Cash in the future. This might be the cycle, you guys, where people will be like, their eyes will be open to it, right? Their eyes will be open to it. I feel like that happens with a lot of things, man. Something just gets hate for the general purpose, whatever, the media, the public opinion gets shifted toward one thing. And then as time goes on, they actually start to look into the information themselves. They're not just being told what to think. They actually like are curious and like, okay, I'll look it up. Sure, I'm getting in an argument with somebody. They're bringing up points that I don't know about, so I'm going to look into this to prove them wrong. And it's like, oh, wow, they're right. You know, like people are going to do their research. I'm getting off on a whole thing, but we're going to move on from there. I think Bitcoin Cash, that narrative definitely could come up. 8th universal year. What is that? Arslan Hater, what is that? 8th universal year, TYY. BCH, BTC for the win. You know it, bro. You know it. And enumerated in numbers. Inverse head and shoulder on BCH, BTC. Huh? We're gonna get to Digivite. I promise. We're going to. Oh man, kind of. Is this what you're talking about, M-Hat? The inverse head and shoulders? Like left shoulder, right shoulder, head? I don't like it. It's weird. This inverse head and shoulders has elephantitis. That was a break. You broke your neck, dude, and then you came back. Like that's weird to me, but I see what you're seeing if that's it. Probably not on the daily, probably not on the 4 hour, but DGB USD. I want to get through the comments real quick, and then we'll get back to the TA. Okay. Man, there are a lot of comments. Tezos still looking bullish. Yeah, we can look at Tezos too. XTZ. Man, I wish I had something to drink right now. I've got water, but I mean like a little alcohol, you know. Thank you, Ben. Wave 4 high broke wave 1 low. True. Okay, M-Hat. No, you're right. Okay. You're right. I'm not as well versed in Elliott Wave, but that would negate the count. You're right. Okay, thank you for pointing that out. Okay, so it's potential that it's not a zigzag actually. It kind of looks like it, but you're right. It's not. That's definitely not a. You can't have that. It cannot. If that's your wave 1 low, you can't have that. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for saying that. I'm sorry, I'm getting to it now. You probably said that a little while ago. So it's in. Yeah. So it's invalidated as an. Yep. You're right. You're right. Thank you. Yeah. True that. I'm glad. Thank you for saying that, man. That'll save me from looking like an ass. Just continuing to call it a zigzag. Thank you, Eric. Thank you very much. TA on Coinbase stock. I got you. For Jacob Virgil de Dios. Thank you, EK. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, Passport X. Thank you very much. If you're still here, thank you, bro. How do we donate to the stream, my guys? I appreciate you, AJ. I don't have the supers added yet. There's no donations yet, but you guys you're doing great by just giving me your energy, man. I really do appreciate all of you. I want to make sure that the music is still going. I know sometimes that the ads could come up. I have YouTube Premium, but I don't have it signed in here. I should, but XDC as well. XDC. What's up, EK? Mohammed Sabir. What's up? Yo, EK, why'd you delete you deleted your comment. Your comment just disappeared. I didn't delete it. No, you rock today is the best. BCHG will go for its all-time high. I don't know when, Muhammad. Sometime this year, probably. I would think, honestly. Jasmine, we can talk about Jasmine. Jasmine. Velo to all-time high again. It might. Frankenstein. Is that a request? Frankenstein, let me know if that's a request. Man, you guys, there are so many comments. We'll get LTC. LTC. Oh, we already got LTC on the list, so we're going to go over that actually. Man, you guys, I'm just going to have to like scroll all the way down to the bottom. What's up, Bull Bear? What's up, Patrick? What's up, Michael Mayfield? Top 3 to 5 to invest until the end of the year. That's a good question, Michael Mayfield. That's a good question. That's a personal question. You have to kind of look into the coins and the stocks that you want yourself. What makes sense to you is what I would say are going to be the best decisions. There's gaming tokens, there's meme coins, there's crypto mining stocks, there's the OG layer 1s, layer 2s, there's DeFi tokens, there's SocialFi, right? There's all kinds of, it's really hard, whatever tickles your fancy. I'm personally into kind of like the DeFi space. I think that it might do well, and gaming, and as well as, you know, OG coins just in themselves. Let's see, media narratives, watch it happen, thanks. Jasmine, TA, yeah. Fellow is a request, okay. We're gonna get to the TA right now, guys. Maker, ICP, Anginosis. Okay. I'm gonna do it now. If you guys keep putting requests on, I probably won't see them, so just hold them off for a second until we get through a few of these. That way, you know, like I can just look at it. I can scroll to the bottom. Wadsy Pay. We'll do a WTK real quick. As I'm saying that, I just saw WTK. All right, but I've got like 20 of them, maybe like 15 of them listed. So let's get into this. DGB, as of right now on the daily, looks like it wants to continue going down. It does. I don't like the daily RSI at all. Yeah, 382 support, 236 resistance. You're going down either to your 0.5 or likely with this kind of setup, you would go to your 618, which is all the way down at 1 cent. You're at 1.37 cents. So I'm fairly confident you will see this 618, 69 zone. If we put a line there, right, put a line right at the 618 there, delete your fibs, you can see previous areas of resistance, right? In fact, once you broke this line, that's when you tore. That's when you had your breakout move. Kind of resistance, support, resistance in this area. Yeah, probably around 1 cent. Psychological level, key area in previous price actions. I think you're going to go down, yeah. 4 hour looks bearish, daily looks bearish. Weekly was overbought, and now it's about to not be. You could go all the way down, form a higher low, and still look fine. So yeah, DGB is probably going down. OPTEC, Optic. OPTI. What the hell? Hold on. Optic. Isn't it OPTI? Is it a stock? It must be a stock. Or did you say OPSEC? I forget who requested Optic, but if it was OPSEC, I might have made a typo. I think it was Optech, though. In which case, we're talking about the stock. The stock. Interesting chart. Looks like an Adam and Eve setup, man. It really does. This is actually kind of a nice. I love this setup, honestly. I think this is probably a good long-term hold to get in now. Look at that. You're above your 123 weekly. You found resistance on it, but you clearly respect it. You broke above it. You're holding support. You guys, this is good. This is going to go way higher. You're at 0.003 right now. I mean, man, you're going to go to 41 cents and beyond with this. As a stock, we're on the weekly time frame. This could take several years to achieve, but maybe by the end of this year, man, you're back at this high. Being that you're on the eve, and this absolutely in comparison, you have your no doubt that's your Adam. This looks more like your Eve. It won't be as fast on the way up. It'll probably be more gradual, but I mean, by the end of the year, this thing could be all the way back at 30 cents, man. 40 cents, 20 cents. You're not even at a cent now, so this actually looks pretty good. if this was a happy accident, pretty good accident, man. Decent volume, bro, on a key candle like this. It looks good, dude. I love, you guys know, if you've been watching the channel, you know I love this exact setup. It very rarely leads you wrong. And just because you see this, this is where a lot of people who do TA, who've just started doing TA, get things wrong. They're like, oh, C-Zar said this, or name your favorite YouTuber who does TA says this. If it looks like this, then it's going to the moon. But that's not the case, right? It's a general setup that can look good, that can be good, but you have to have all the right things falling into place. Seeing on a moving average where you hugged it as resistance significantly and now you're above it and you are holding it as support, that's nice. Seeing on your breakout candle of this resistance, this moving average, seeing a very significant amount of volume is also nice. Maintaining readings like this in the weekly, like looking like you want to continue going higher, is nice, but you really don't know, right? I'm not saying throw the farm at this thing, but that 382, 236 support couldn't even hit. I mean, this looks like it wants to go to 2 to 4.5 cents, and really that'll be your true test. If you can get above the 618, then it very much is on. But again, just because it has the look right now doesn't mean that it's a sure thing. Nothing's a sure thing, right? Technically, the way that this pattern should be traded in Adam and Eve, it's not a sure thing until you break this. Until you break 33 cents, and you're way below that, man. Is that 100x? Like, dude, what are we doing with crypto? This is the next thing to buy. And if it's a true Adam and Eve, you've got way higher. What the hell is this thing, man? Am I even talking about the right thing? Very low market cap. Very low market cap. So yeah, you could see ridiculous growth of this. But just because it says that, just because this is the pattern we have in front of us, does not mean that it has to happen. There's bearish divergence on the monthly. Yeah, I saw that. We already moved back. We already moved back to where the divergence formed. We already had the movement. We had a positive reaction. So negated. Finito. We're going higher. It looks good. But that's OPTI optic. Let me see. Appreciate you, Keltinger. Thank you. I did Private Sender. I did Jesus Coin. If you want to watch it back. I see I lost a few of you because I was talking about a stock. Blasphemy. Yucko Pro, what's up, man? Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Patrick, no, we may have crossed wires here. I watched the RBTC, our Bitcoin Cash meltdown this week in real time on Reddit. Roger did not come out looking very good. Know nothing about the guy otherwise. Sorry to shut. No, you're good. No, dude, Roger Ver does not handle adversity well. If people are disagreeing with him or questioning him or set him up to make himself an ass, he will make himself out to be an ass, man. But I think Roger's a good guy. It took me a while. The first time I saw him, I didn't like him, but some of the things he says, like, you can tell he actually means. I can tell he has a good heart, man. He's probably just kind of an ass because people are asses to him too. But I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Did you do LTCN already? No, I did not, Joseph. I can write it down though. We're moving on from Optic to Blue Zell now. BLZ, USD, Blue Zell. Man, Optic, stock of the year there, right there, guys. Blue Zell, yeah, same thing as I said last time, man. I don't think, at this point in time, I don't think that it is going to go below this low. I do think we're just kind of consolidating up here, and we're going to look to break out to like 60 cents or $1 or higher, like soon. I say soon. It could be 2 months. It could be 4 months. You never know. So that is soon to me, 2 to 4 months, right? It could be 2 weeks. It could be 2 days. You never know with this thing. It can do very bullish maneuvers in a short amount of time, and it can be boring for a very long time. But the RSI looks fine on the daily. Because it's Blue Zell, I especially give it more like leniency to like bearish looks, which this isn't necessarily a bearish look, but I might be more questioning with other things. But man, this thing just does not like to go down, and it's been getting higher lows in a consolidation phase. I think it does want to continue to move higher, but is it the time now? That's the question. You know, I don't really know. I do like that you're getting above your 123 on the 4 hour. That is nice. On the weekly, I mean, yeah, if you were to go lower, you could go all the way back down to 18 cents. You could. You absolutely could. But you don't have to. It's very odd that you had bearish divergence here and you didn't go down there, but it's just so far gone. I know it looks like this is a whole thing of bearish divergence, and maybe it is. Maybe we are overdue to pull all the way back down here. If so, I am loading up the truck, guys, for Blue Zell. I think it's going to go up way higher. But I'm not expecting that. I'm not holding my breath on that. I think we're likely to see 60 cents before we see below 20 cents. For the time being, the price that I'm looking for us to move up to would be 52 to 62 cents over the coming months, if not coming weeks. That's Blue Zell. To the best of my abilities. LTC here. LTC. Let's see. Bitcoin Cash Otis. Caw-Crow. Nice passport. Hell yeah. Well, that $400 could turn into $40,000. It genuinely has that capability and beyond, like genuinely. And it might take time, but I'm just saying, not blowing smoke up your ass. You never know. Like it looks good for now. That can change. Things can absolutely change. CAW. And I do appreciate all of you guys, man. I understand if you got to go. You know, it's been a while. We've been up here for like an hour and a half. I understand if you guys got lives, you got things you got to do. I appreciate all of you for coming. If you say bye and I don't say it, it's because I didn't see your comment. But just know I appreciate all of you so much, like very, very much for being here. 5,000 subscribers and counting. You guys are amazing. Let's see, Mana. Oh yeah, FB. Yeah. Really? Yeah, that's a great name, MHAT. That's a pretty great name. Store J. Yeah, we can talk about Store J. Hey, autistic is not offensive, man. People, you know, there's 95 of us in here. Odds are some of us, it could be me, man. You don't know. It is a spectrum. It is a spectrum. Autism is defined as like a learning disability as far as like social interactions go. I forget what the actual definition is. Let's see if we can define it here. Hold on. Define autism. Spectrum disorder refers to a broad range of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills. So, if you, by definition, have poor social skills, you are, to some degree, autistic. It's a spectrum. It's not like just because you're autistic, you are not a functioning member of society, right? There are people who are severely autistic, and the people that are not able to function necessarily on their own as functioning members of society, they have probably other things besides just autism. But there are plenty. I theorize that there are a lot more people with autism. There are a lot more people with autism than we know. There are 96 people in this chat. At least 10 of you got autism, and that's not an offense. That's not me trying to attack anybody or be offensive. It's just a fact. Like genuinely, that's just a fact. And if you are socially awkward, you, my friend, it could be you. It could be you, and that's not a bad thing. Whatever. Like. I think the world is more beautiful with autistic people in it, man. They like some of the most pure souls are autistic people, man. Honestly, some of the most pure souls that we have in this life. Gala, we got Gala, yeah. And also on that note, some of the biggest assholes. Man, I've got a friend who's autistic. He's actually severe. He's got a bunch of different things. My mom taught special needs stuff whenever, like growing up, but he's, he's not very talkative. He can't really talk too well. He can and he can't. He's a sweetheart, man. He really is, but he's also a jackass. He's like straight up. Let's see. Yeah, there are many types, and most of the times, whenever you have that severe stuff, there's other things besides just autism going on. Yeah. Jacob, I will. That Coinbase, and I will talk about Coinbase here and there too going forward. But on this, you're about 6 requests away, including this one. You're 6 requests away, and then we'll talk about it. Drama's fun, man. That's why there's no rules in the Discord. I don't care. You guys stir up the drama. I'll get my popcorn. I'm sure everybody will get their popcorn. MHAT knows from experience, man. I think you and Smooth Operator butted heads at first, and now you guys are best friends. He called you a legend. He respects you, man. Which I don't think he said that about anybody. So, but he was also drunk. We learned today, you guys. Anybody in the Discord, we learned today. Smooth Operator is a loving drunk. He absolutely is. That's why he's not here. He's probably passed out. Yeah, Prince, that sounds about right. If you put 13K and you're down 6K, I'm not trying to laugh at you, man. I'm laughing because I've been there, bro. I've been there, man. I have been there to a T. My best advice and what I'm thinking is, well, you did one of two things. You either put your money into something that is very volatile and so it dropped a lot, or two, you're playing the game. You're buying high and selling low, and then it goes up and you're like, shit, I should have not sold. What am I doing? And then you buy the next high and then it's down again. Don't play the game. If you buy something with that kind of money, make sure that it's something you can hold for the whole cycle. You're new to crypto, so don't mess around with these new and exciting coins. If you're new to crypto, don't mess with the new coins. If you want to mess with them, take a small percentage of your money, but most of your money, look in the top 100, throw a dart in the dark. You're gonna hit something. You're gonna do well, okay? But don't play the game. If you're new in crypto, don't play the game. Where should I put those now to recover your money? Bro, I'm sorry. I feel that pain, man. I really do. What sucks is you're in a position now where you feel like you have to recover that money. Like you feel like you have to play catch up. And when you're in that position, you're desperate and you're going to want to try and do it as fast as you can. But I'm telling you right now from personal experience, I think everybody in here who's been through multiple cycles can tell you, the faster you try to make money, the faster you will lose it. The best way to make that money back is to do it slowly and be patient. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't offer financial advice. But where should you put it now? I mean, the coins, I can tell you this. The coins that I'm holding right now are, I like Bitcoin Cash. I like Mana. I like Blue Zell. I like Storage. I like Radical, RAD, and GTC. I like GTC. I like Dogecoin. I like Compound. I like XCN. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, Prince, man, XCN might be a good one. That might be a good one to hold, honestly. But XCN, Aave, Compound, YFI. You guys, hold on. We're gonna get to LTC real quick. I just want to real quick, okay? Don't get too upset. I'm just real quick, okay? We're gonna pull this MAXP ribbon here. This, you're on a weekly, you're about to cross bullish. You just found support. This thing looks like it wants to run, dude. You're in an accumulation phase still. I have a theory right now, okay, and it might sound crazy. YFI is worth $8,670 at the time of talking about this. I theorize it will be the first legitimate crypto, because I think it is legit, to break $1 million in price. It can break, I've done the math, the market cap checks out. It's worth $8,700 right now, essentially. I think by the end of the cycle, it could be worth over $1 million. So that might be a good one. And for the time being, too, with how this weekly ribbon looks and what you're doing in your accumulation phase, you look like you want to break out. This thing loves to run whenever it moves up, dude. You're at $8,000. You'll probably see this thing at $20,000 over the coming months soon, okay? My best advice, though, Prince, would be, don't play the game. Just don't play the game, man. As much as you're going to want to, you feel like you need to make it back, what you need to do, Prince, is you need to talk to yourself and suck it up and own it. You need to own that you messed up. I'm being real frank with you here, man. I'm telling you the things that maybe that you don't want to hear, but that you need to hear. You messed up. Speaking from personal experience, man, what you need to do is you need to have that conversation that you messed up. That way you're not encouraged to try and make it up. Try and do better. Because if you're new, bro, understand you're new. It's like you're playing at a poker table at a professional stakes poker game, and it's your first time ever playing poker. You don't even know the rules of the game. Don't play the game. Just buy and hold. You will make it back. I promise you. I can't promise you. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm very confident whether you have $1,000, $6,000, $16,000. I mean, if you're in the tens of thousands, you could turn it into $1 million this cycle. If you're in the thousands, you can definitely hit hundreds of thousands by this cycle, by the end of this cycle. How long is the cycle? It's different every cycle essentially, but I'm expecting this cycle to end in late 2025, probably in October. If not later, if not earlier, but sometime after June is what I'm thinking of 2025. Sorry, 2025, not this year. PYI, MHAT says he likes PYI for a quick trade. I'm going to go over that actually. Oh yeah, we talked about PYI. It might not be available for everybody, where YFI is a little bit more common. My best advice too for anybody who's new, stay the hell away from decentralized coins. Stay away. You're not aware of the scams. You're not aware of the know-how to use this stuff yet. It's good to learn, but if you want to do decentralized exchanges, you want to buy coins that are only available through decentralized means, not on centralized exchanges, put a small amount of money into it. Put money that you don't care to lose, because you probably will lose it, okay? But focus on, if you're new to crypto, my best advice, if I could offer any, would be don't go outside the top 100. Pick something in the top 100 and just stay there. I mean, if you want to degen, sure, go to like the top 200, whatever, but try not to go into these like new coins. They're all gonna, you're new. Everything's gonna sound like it's the new best thing that's gonna, they're all promises. They can promise the world and not deliver it, and they'll take your money and you'll be left with nothing. And that's not a scam. It's how it works. And they move on to the next coin. I mean, it is a scam, but it's a legal scam. It's a legit scam. Man, I'm talking way too much. Telcoin. Yeah, maybe Keltinger, maybe. That might be a good place to sell, yeah. We will talk about Jasmy for sure, Yako Pro. Coty, I don't know anything about Coty. This list is getting longer, and I am not helping because I'm not. So let's talk about Litecoin. Litecoin had its move down this week, looking like it wants to move up, which is a bit of a shocker because I was expecting it to look like it wanted to go down. But I'm not going to lie, you got a flat top here with ascending lows. It looks good, man. This 4 hour looks good, not to be trifled with. You guys, I think Litecoin found its low. You found support at previous areas of resistance. You want to go higher. I think you do, man. I think you want to go up to $93, $95, and truthfully, $115 to $129 is on the mind, on the brain for Litecoin. Dude, and if you do that, you're not stopping there. You're not stopping there. You're going to 150 to 176. Yeah. Absolutely, I think so. Yeah, 150 to 176 is where I think you're going for Litecoin. Yeah, you're about to see 100% growth in this thing, or at least close to that. I think so, man. Yeah, over the weeks, maybe not over the days, but over the weeks, potentially before the halving, if not within a month after the halving, is what I would think. Herbal Tattoo. I don't know why you're dead, but I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're okay. If you're dead, maybe you're just laughing. Or maybe you traded your life away. I don't know. It sucks, man. Another thing, not a financial advisor, but this is financial advice right here, guys. Don't use leverage trading. If you do leverage trading, you know, some people in here do it, and they're profitable. Those people have been around for years doing this stuff, right? They've been doing this for at least 3 years, if not 5 years or more. And truthfully, I would say, like, unless you have proven results, don't do it unless you've got 5 years experience or more, specifically with technical analysis. If you're a speculator, you're an investor, it's not the same thing. You could be investing and speculating for 5 years. It's not the same thing as actively trading, as actively doing technical analysis, okay? It's not. If you have someone to hold your hand who's like a mentor, and I can be that right now, but I'm not your mentor. I'm not going to be holding your hand all the way through, step of the way. You're going to have to do things on your own. If you're new, stay away from leverage trading. Okay, crypto is great enough without. You don't need to leverage trade, but you take something that could gain you money into something that could literally lose all your money, because no crypto is going to go all the way to zero. I mean, scam Ponzi coins will, I suppose, but most of the coins that are legitimate coins that you look at, they're not going to go all the way to zero. You're not going to lose all your money. It's literally like very hard to do, but with leverage trading, it's very easy to lose your money. So stay away from leverage trading, man. Just really do. That is financial advice. You want to leverage trade 1% or less. You have $1,000, probably not even $100, man. There's nothing wrong with leverage trading with $10. There really isn't. If you can challenge yourself, take $10, try to turn it into 100, try to turn that 100 into 1,000, and if you do, cool, take that 1,000, put it into something and don't leverage trade that, and then do it again with another $10 and until you have enough to add more. But like, just don't leverage trade, man. Not with a serious amount of money. Litecoin looking like it wants to go up. It looks good. It looks frisky. It looks like it's on its way now. Over the weeks, over the months, going up there. That's what I think. Litecoin. Let's talk about ACH for Fonzie. If you're still here, Mr. Matt Mosher or Mosher, I don't know. Yeah. Looking good. You might pull back from here, but you're looking good. Found resistance at the top. Looks like a double top for right now, sure. But you pulled back to your 6.9. I don't know, man. That's a nice look. I'm not gonna lie. Daily RSI makes me think you might go lower. You do have a lower low with the higher low. That is a good look. I just don't like that you got above the 786 and you came back down, and now it looks like you're finding resistance. My genuine opinion would be that you come down to your 618, which is all the way down just below 3 cents there, right? Just below. You probably go right there, slightly lower low. I wonder, real quick, low to high. Yeah, your 1272 is just below that. You could even go a little bit below there. Maybe you go all the way back down to this previous area of resistance as well. You really could move all the way down to like 2.4 cents, 2.5 cents. But I do think you're moving lower from here. Let's look at the 4 hour just to be sure. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're going lower. Just a little bit lower. But inevitably, I think you want more from this. You're just going to come down, form a higher low, and then go. And that right there kind of looks right to me, man. So like you might literally 2.5 cents, 2.4 cents. That might be where you're going overall. I wonder from this low to high here. It's at your 0.5. It's not that common, but being that you here, we'll take this away real quick. Put a line at your 0.5. Oh, I guess we already have a line there at your 0.5. Being that that's around your 0.5 and it's a relative 1272 and it's resistance and it's support, I think you hold that area. I think you do. But you probably check back there and then continue to grow. That's my thoughts. Yeah. Alchemy Pay going down for now. Let's talk about FET. We're back on track, everybody, with the TA. We're doing it right now. Fetch.ai doing crazy things, man. Is this the time to buy where we are at a 95 in the RSI coming down and we are still at a 79, which compared to 95 is not nearly as hot, but guys, a 75 on the RSI is ridiculous still, okay? That's still hot and overbought, especially considering you've been up here for so long. Absolutely, you're going to come down. Absolutely, I think you will hold this kind of trajectory. You probably come down and form a higher low. I'm going to change this real quick. Hold up. Got to plug this in. What are we looking like on the music there, everybody? Is the music still playing? Yes, it is. Oh man, we're coming to the end of this lovely track. We still got like 30 minutes left in it, I think, though. Yeah, it probably comes down. And where's it gonna go? If we look at this high to low here, all the way up to your 2272. Beautiful, right? Beautiful. Literally tipped it. Okay. For those of you who are aspiring to use like fibs and stuff like that, I've got mine first off. I've got it set to the log. I click on my fib retracement tool over here, high to low. I make sure I double click on the fib. I scroll down and I make sure it's fib levels based on log scale. Whenever you first use this, you will not have all of these checked or unchecked. But I put the 2272 on there if it wasn't on there already. But you can do this. The way that I drew it is I feel like it's noticeable, right? You have this move up. Here's your low, your all-time low. All the way up here, you're moving up. But in the midst of that, you have this consolidation phase. So you take the top to the bottom of that consolidation phase, and then that measures the extension of your next move. You can see that you did a very common bullish thing, actually, where you broke above your 100, found support on the 886, and then continued higher. You just blasted higher, bro. It looks great. It looks phenomenal. You probably come back to $1.32. I doubt it's not common. It does happen where you go from 2272 to your 1886 and then continue higher. But I more commonly see this 2272 being rejected and then moving down to your 1618. And that would make sense to me. That's kind of like right around your previous areas of all-time highs. You could go below it. You could go all the way down to your 1272 even, but lower is where I think Fetch is going. You're at 242. Your high was just above $3. You could move below $1. This is crypto. You could move below $1 and then inevitably still go higher. Inevitably, you probably will go higher. The volume looks nice. The move itself looks nice. But yes, you're very hot on your RSI. You're probably going to cool off. I would think at least $1.32, which is over $1 lower than you are now. If not 85, 86 cents itself. Yeah. Probably you're going to find support around these previous closing highs or the previous all-time high itself. Somewhere in that area. Best case scenario, you hold that $1.32 area. I guess best case scenario is $1.85, but I don't think so. I think you're going lower than that, man. Look at the daily RSI. Oh, I will say there's hope. I suppose you could continue higher. I just wouldn't expect it, man. With how overbought you're gonna cool off. You're at a deep extension. You're gonna cool off. You could make one more run, Fetch. You can make one more run all the way up to your 2618, all the way up at 470, which would be insane. But inevitably, when you correct, you will go back below prices than this. So if you're waiting to get in, this is the kind of thing that I love, right? If you're waiting to get in, you're looking to buy, and it does this, you don't have to FOMO in, because it likely will pull back to prices not just back where you are now, but lower. Then this 1886 becomes a little bit more likely. But maybe you still go to that 1618 inevitably. But either way, it's lower than where you are now. So even if you miss the boat and it does double from here, it'll probably likely come back. Probably very likely come back. And if not, if it just takes off without you, sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and accept that you're wrong and look elsewhere. But for what it's worth with the daily RSI, you have cooled off a bit. You do have lower lows with higher lows. That part does look good, but I'm under the impression you are getting ready to move down, especially with how overbought you were on the weekly RSI. So that's Fetch. I think you're moving down. I've given the price targets. I hope that helps. Let's talk about Voxies. Voxel. Music is fine. Rock on. Hell yeah, Yako Pro. I can't. If I do, I will get Keltinger. If I play anything that's got copyrights to it, I will get muted. I don't know if the whole video will get taken down, but it'll get muted. If it picks up on it while I'm doing it, maybe it will. What's up, Paula? I love you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hell yeah. Thank you very much. Pajamas, we will full send it. Well, pajamas is my most recent purchase, you guys. I bought some pajamas today. And we're gonna take a poll right now, okay? We're gonna get real big, real serious, real fast. We're gonna take a poll. Can I make a poll? Is that something I can do? Let's do it on X. I'll do it on x.com. Hold on. I'm gonna set it up right now. I'm gonna do it. Everybody, if you're not aware here, I'm gonna minimize myself so you can see what I'm doing here. Let's see. There we go. If you're not aware, I have an X. Okay. BTC Chris is me, at Chris Harris 85. I used to have long and glorious hair. This was back from last cycle at the bull market, man. We had laser eyes was the thing. I'm not changing the profile picture until we hit 100K. That's the promise. It's like the Vegeta memes. A lot of people forewent this, but I am keeping true, man. But BTC at Chris Harris 85, that's me, okay? I don't have the blue check mark, but I'm going to start a poll right now. Let's see, where post. Here we go, a poll. Choice 1, pajamas. No pajamas, and the poll length will be for 1 hour. We'll just, or actually here, how about this, like 10 minutes. We'll do 10 minutes, okay? 0 days. That way, anybody who's watching this, remove poll. No, we're gonna keep it. Why does it say remove? I don't know. Can I not post it? Why can't I post it? Am I doing this wrong? I've done this before. Why does it say? Why? Pajamas, no pajamas. Everyone can reply, yes. Why won't it let me post? PJs or not, maybe? It won't, what? Am I missing something? Somebody help me. It won't be able to, you don't have an X. YT, oh, it lets me do that? Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's try that. YT lets me do a poll. I don't know. Pop out chat. Is that how I do it? What are you saying here? You have to write something in the tweet where it says ask a question. Oh. Oh, okay. PJs or no PJs. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Hat. See, I thought that's what it was down here, but I guess okay. All right, cool. And now I'm back. And now I'm back. Okay, X that. There we go. Post. All right. Right now, you guys, I'm gonna change it back to 10 minutes. Okay. Am I wearing pajamas or am I not wearing pajamas? Go on x.com right now. We'll see what you guys think. And yeah, we'll see. I'm wearing a shirt. Am I wearing pajamas or am I not? Or, oh, you know what? It's too obvious now. I could have added or no pants. I could have added that, but I've definitely got something on, okay? But Voxel. If you want to, just for funsies, guys. You don't have to. 89 people in here. That's enough to get a little bit of a fun thing going. Let's see. High to low, all the way up to your 1886. Pulled back. Thank you, MHAT, for helping me out, man. Thank you very much. helping me out for sure. Bottom right of live chat. Engage with your audience. Start a poll. Right there. Wow. Okay. Learn something new every day, man. Did I tell you guys this is my first YouTube channel? High to low. Looking like you're pulling back to your 886. That's a nice reaction that you had there, actually. Lower lows in your RSI, you cooled way the hell off. Higher lows in your price, you found support in areas that make sense and matter. Get continuation. Keep going. You're above your 1272 now. I mean, technically not now, but you closed above it yesterday. Keep going. Don't stop here. If you do, just don't get a lower low. Keep the higher lows, really. But I'd like to see you continue from here. If you do, you'll likely go up to 55 cents. You're at 33 cents right now. You'll likely go to your next fib level, if not higher than that. And let's just see if we can get some other extensions to line up with this, top to bottom. And yes, you can layer fibs for anybody who's looking to do fibs. You can layer fibs on top of each other to see if you get confluence. Your 1414, right, with the 1272. 1414, 1618, 1272, all these are expected fib ranges. Along with your deep extension, the next target after you've seen this kind of maneuver, it makes sense to me. So yeah, probably up to 55 cents, man. I think so. I think that's where you're going. I don't think you're going lower than that low. Don't go lower than that low, because if you do, then I'm wrong. And you will likely go back down to 23 cents. And then up from there. But I think you found your low. I think you want to move up to 55 cents. That's Voxel, Voxies, XTZ, Tezos, baby. Tezos till you Bezos. I don't know where that became a saying. I swear I've heard it from multiple people on the comments. But I think that's hilarious. I think that's great. Whoever came up with that, good job. Yeah, looking good, guys. This is looking really good in itself. You checked at your all-time or your what's it called, resistance area here, pulled back to your golden ratio zone, and you found a pretty decent bounce there. Higher low nonetheless. Weekly RSI looks great. Daily RSI is loading. Also looks kind of sad. It looks kind of sad, but you're at an area that makes sense to bounce more or less. You know, I don't hate it. Let's see how you do. If you go lower, you might go back to your 618. You might go to $1. You're at $1.25 now, but inevitably it will be a higher low. It might be a lower low than this, but it'll be a higher low overall. You're looking like you want to go up to $1.88 to $2.55, potentially even higher than that, man. You're looking like you want to break out of this long phase of accumulation you have. This is absolutely it looks like an Adam and Eve, but it might not be. The only reason I'm saying that, you do have this Adam and you do have this Eve look here. The only reason I'm not convinced that it is because you had the breakout already and you pulled back. That's not normally a good look, but this is crypto. Weird things can happen. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, you did close above your closing point and you're not closing below it, so I guess that works. But Tezos to you Bezos is from Chris Green. Oh, okay. That sounds like something he'd say. I got Ave. Yeah, we'll do some Ave for you, Smooth. It's at the end of the list, my friend. But we're cruising through them now. Tezos to you Bezos. He would. He absolutely. That dude, you know, I don't don't know if I'm subscribed. I don't think I am subscribed to him. He seems like a very energetic human being. He seems a bit out there, but I kind of like that, man. I like my weirdos. I'm like a collector of weirdos. I don't know. So he's definitely entertaining, and that definitely makes sense. That'd be something he'd say. He seems like he's funny. He seems like he's quick on his feet, almost like he has like a comedian's kind of state of mind. But definitely seems like a smart guy too. But that's funny. Tezos to you, Bezos, man. He would. He absolutely would come up with that. Yeah. Interesting is right, Keltinger. Yeah, I've noticed that. He's definitely made some good calls for sure. Hopefully he's right on Jesus, man. He also came up with diamond nuts, right? Like, he's funny, man. He's definitely funny. Yeah. I don't even know if it's lately, Private Sender. From the first video I ever saw of him, I'd say it's been gone. But, you know, somebody said this to me once, guys, and I think it's a good quote because I think it's true. Oh, did he? If he did, then he wasn't a top wallet, because I'm pretty sure the top wallet. Yeah, this is the one that everyone assumed was his. That thing hasn't moved, man. Yeah, a lot has dropped. This is the highest I've ever seen it, actually. But somebody said, nice quote to live by is like the most, to make it in this world, or like to be successful, you have to be a little bit crazy. Like there's got to be something different in your mind, not necessarily something wrong with you, but something, if you want to quote unquote be successful, right, you got to stand out. You've got your mind, you as a human being, you have to go on like your own journey of not being like the rest of the people out there. And we're all like each other. We're all human beings. We have a lot, and we have more in common with each other than we do different. We like to point out the differences, but we all have a lot of basic things that are the same, and things that are just like internally built in all of us. I think that there are a lot more good people than there are bad people out there, and even the bad people are good in their hearts and in their souls. This world has a way of twisting them. I'm getting off on a whole tangent here, but there has to be something crazy about you if you want to do good in this world. You want to make a difference. You want to be successful. All the successful people, all the billionaires out there, they're not right in the head, man. They're crazy. Elon Musk, dude's genius. He's brilliant. He's one of the most smart and rich people in the world. Something's wrong with that guy. Like something's not right in his head. He's got too much of a work ethic, man. David Goggins, same thing. You know what I mean? Like anybody who's extraordinarily successful, they have a little bit of crazy in there. You need that though. You can't be normal to be at that level of success. You have to be crazy. Yeah, Elon's absolutely hilarious, man. I think it's great. I think the world will be a darker place if he ever gets assassinated, because I would just hate to see that. But I love how vocal he is. He seems like he stands up for the right reasons, man. I loved whenever he said that if people tried to tell him like tried to make X less of a free speech platform, that he would go to jail. And I mean, there are certain things that are censored on X, but not by his call. But like, I don't know. We'll see, man. But I like Elon Musk. I'm definitely a pro Elon Musk guy. JC Coin can do good. Yeah, I think JC Coin's going to go up higher too, man. But let's get on with this TA, guys. I'm getting all distracted. I want to end this video soon, actually, so I'm going to say it right now. No more requests. Every request has been noted. Smooth Operator, you got the last one. I love you all. If you make requests now, I'm not going to do them, because at this rate, guys, I'm going to bed late. I still got stuff I got to do. And I'm probably going to get sidetracked because you guys are freaking awesome. And I love all of you. I'm like very... I'm kind of like a dog, man, and it's not like I'm a dog like in that sense, but I'm like it doesn't take a lot to be my friend, man, and I consider every person here my friend. Like anybody who's, even if you're not saying anything, you're just watching, like I really do. And I know that there's that saying out there that's like, you know, friend of many, but not to yourself, or like however that goes. But it's like I don't believe that, man. I think you can be true to yourself and still be friends with people. There are friends of mine that I have to set boundaries with, but I do set boundaries with. And if they don't want to be my friends because I set those boundaries, that's on them. That's not on me. But I think like I like to think in the sense of like, why can't we all get along? Like why can't we all be friends? Like I think we can, because again, it goes back to that we're all humans. Like we have a lot more in common than we do different. Unless you're just pure evil, you know, and in that case, I guess we don't. But I don't think anybody's pure evil, man. I think people are made to be quote unquote evil or bad, but they all have good inside them. We're all living souls, man. We're all bright, vibrant sources of being in this universe. And I am talking like a hippie. Did I tell you guys I'm from Colorado? High to low, Tezos, till you Bezos. Finding support on the 236. Yeah, I think you're going higher, man. I think you are. You're going higher. You're going to go. You're looking like you're in the midst of a move. When this breaks out, when you do finally break above essentially like $1.90, you're going to 326, 396, $5, $6, all that kind of stuff. You're going higher. It looks good. I think so. Let's talk about coin stock now. I'm sorry that it's taken so long to get here, and I'm not sorry at the same time. We get distracted sometimes, man. But we're all here. We're all chilling. The music is still going. Wow, this looks nice, actually. Wow, dude, Coinbase looks like it, you guys. Coinbase looks like it wants to go up to $700. It could pull back for the time being. It could, but dude, I don't know. I think if you can get a day, multiple days, or definitely a week to close above 279, which I'm curious to see how next week. I'm curious to see how we close this month and open up next month. If we close above 279, this thing is on a non-stop mission up to 718. That's my thought. It doesn't look like it respects these fibs too. It does and it doesn't. You do have bearish divergence pronounced. It is there. Okay, so you might move down first. You probably do move down to 175. You're at 255 now. 175 first. Form your higher low, and then you're off to $700. So probably down from here. Probably down from here. It looks really good, though. I'm gonna say it looks really good, but yeah, you probably go down. And then find support down at, what was it, 170 something, 150 something, what was it? Oh yeah, where the divergence formed. So 165, 180, somewhere in that range is where you're going. And then from there, that'll be your higher low, and then you move up. It could happen quick, or it could take, it literally could be maybe the first week of April. By the first week of April, at this trajectory that you're going on your daily 123, right? If you came down to that like 185, 160 area, that'd be like first, second week of April, somewhere in there at this trajectory. I don't know. Find your higher low and then move up. You don't even have to hit the screen line, but that's just an idea. So yes, down for now and then up. Rejection off the overbought zone, not a good look. But the weekly looks really good. But just you're going down to form a higher low. I don't, man. Take a shot. Yeah. Thank you, excommunicate cactus. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Nobody has to hail me though, man. I'm happy to be here, man. But I appreciate all the love. I know that you're being kind. Thank you. Balloon, you missed it, bro. We're done. The requests are done. I'm gonna go on all night. If I make an exception for you, I'm gonna have to make an exception for everybody. But Balloon, I love you. I appreciate you. But XCC, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, hit that like button. Ricky Sosa, thank you very much, Ricky. I appreciate that. Mug Music, what's up, bro? How you doing? Elon does need more mushrooms, man. I don't know, though. We don't want to change his mind. The way he is, you guys, with the way Elon Musk is, what's up, Teresa? Thank you. Happy to have you here, man, or lady. Danny, how's it going? Thank you very much. With the way Elon's going, man, we're going to be on Mars in the next 10 years, so we don't want to change his mind just yet. We can alter his mind after we've become a multiplanetary species. I don't know. Some people think that that's a bad thing. Who am I to say? I'm just here in my living room, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's inevitable. I think we're going to become multiplanetary. But I know that a lot of people see the negative in humanity. I see the beauty and the potential that we have more so. You know, I mean, here, I think that the world can and will be better. I really do. Like, I mean, that's my ex bio or whatever. You know, I really do. So I think becoming multiplanetary is something that we're going to do with or without Elon Musk. But as long as he's on the right track, man, we're going to get there in this lifetime. XDC USD is the next one. We got XDC Jasmy VE. Man, I messed that up. That's either a VEIO or VELO. Maker, ICP, Genosis, and then we got a whole lot more after that, but those are just the ones that are coming up. XDC USD on KuCoin here. I think I said it was going lower, right? If I remember correctly. In my last video. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't remember. Yeah, probably down to your 618 around 36 or 3.6 cents. That's a rejection off your 236. Yeah, I think so. I think you will. Weekly RSI doesn't look good, man. Daily RSI. You know, it's kind of like it's at this area though where it wouldn't be crazy. What you need to do is you need to get above 5.2 cents. You want me to believe you're not going lower, get above 5.2 cents and stay above there, close above there. You don't have to do it this week, but man, if you close below 4 cents on a daily, on a weekly, you're going down to 3.6 cents. You're going down to 3.2 cents, somewhere in that area. I don't think you'll go below this low, but if you close below that low, you're going lower. Close above 5.2. Prove me wrong, man. I don't like the daily RSI. I don't like the weekly RSI. I don't like the price action. I want to say it's going down for the yeah, that 4 hour. It's like you want to show strength. You get to the points of where you would show strength, and you just get no follow through. It's sad. It doesn't look good to me. But maybe you'll start to do that today. Maybe you'll start to move up. I don't know. If you could start moving up sooner than later, that'd be great. That'd be clutch. But for now, I think down. Although I will say I could be wrong about that one, but I think down. Jasmy coin up. Also looks like it wants to come down on the 4 hour. Daily looks like it wants to come down. And the weekly, well, weekly's only at oh, that's the monthly. I'm sorry. Okay, I skipped right to the monthly, didn't I? Yeah, because that's the daily. Okay, the weekly was overbought as hell. You could find support here. If you bounce off this overbought zone, that'd be nice, and that could send you up for one more leg higher. It really could. Definition of an Adam and Eve, you guys. Adam and Eve right there, and just the breakout, the follow through. Very, very common maneuver. You hit your low, you get that initial like quick bounce. There's no more selling pressure. There's a little bit of buying interest down there, whatever, after an immense drop off. Then you slowly but surely whittle your way down, and then once you start to turn the tide, once you break this nipple here, boom, right? It's on, and you did just that. So Jasmy doing well. I remember we talked about this before this candle here, man. We were looking at this. I didn't buy any Jasmy. I'm not going to pretend that I did. I didn't expect the move to be just like that, but I know I was bullish on it before we had this move, man. But still somewhat potential to be bullish if we close here. You know, you're up 7.75%. If you close red this week, that would be a telling sign. And just because you close green here doesn't mean you have to move higher. You absolutely could move down from here still, even if you close green. But let's look at the high to low here. I mean, you found support on your 161. That looks good to me, man. I kind of do think you might be in a position where you do move up to 3.16 or 4.5 cents before seeing a more corrective phase. And that would make sense for a couple reasons, okay? Your 2272 is right here, right? Your 2618 is right here. The more common deep extensions to hit. Previous support, previous resistance at your 2618. You just found support on your 1618, going from your 1618 to your 2618. Classic. At least the 2272, also in this area of resistance. So 3.1 to 4.5 cents. That's where I think Jasmy's going. Unless you see a 7% downside today. If you go down 7.59% today, then that would not be good. especially if you close below that 1618. If you close below 1.6 cents, essentially, you'd be looking like you're going to 1.1, at least 1.3, but probably 1.1 or lower. But you probably hold that 1.1 area. Maybe you do go down to like 8.3 or 0.0083, I should say. But that remains to be seen. Let's see how today closes. Let's see how the next couple days close. This does look set up to go lower. It does. But the weekly looks set up to go higher. So you got a bit of confliction going on there. I stand by it, man. If you can continue to press higher from here, if you can close above that purple line, that'd be really nice to see to kind of validate that you are going to 3.1 cents. But if you close below the 1618, well, down you go. Down you go then. That's Jasmine. And inevitably, you probably will recover, but just for now, that's my thoughts. Let's talk about VE. Is it VAIO? VETO? I'm guessing it was Velo, and I just had a bad write on it. If it was any of those other ones, I'm sorry, man. I messed. Oh, and I think you like the red one. I think it's the red one that you like, right? Hell yeah, Keltinger. I hope you make a shit ton of money, bro. Let's see. Assistance cackle was Colton. It is Velo. It is Velo, Frankenstein. Okay, cool. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Velo. Can you guys see him? I don't know. Maybe you can. Let me see. No, there he is. That's Rafiki. He's just chilling. He's like, give me some wet food. Let's see. Low to high here. 786 support above your 382. Looking like you want to go higher. You're just slowly working your way up. Really what you're in is an ascending channel, right? Kind of draw it here if we look at it on the daily maybe. Fib channel. Take like our low to this low maybe, put it at these highs, work it out. Something like that, yeah. Yep, you're in an ascending channel, essentially. So you're going to continue to be ascending in this channel. Just because it's ascending doesn't mean you can't break out to the upside. In fact, I would expect that you do. But for now, you're essentially range bound. You're at the bottom of this. I would assume you're looking to move up to about 0.0096. You're at 0.0058. So somewhere around there. I like the weekly RSI. I don't mind the daily RSI. It's a bit neutral, but so is the price action. I think you want to move higher. I do. Probably high to low here. 00825 to 0093 or higher. Yeah. Over the coming weeks, probably. Yeah, it looks fine. Just too neutral on the daily and the 4 hour. With this neutrality, you absolutely could see a move down first. You could move down to 0.0052. But that'd be like the lowest that I'd give it, okay? That's Velo. Talking about Maker. 4 hour, looking good. Actually looking very bullish, not going to lie. You do have bearish divergence, but it's kind of already played out. You might come down to about $2,850, $2,860, somewhere around there. Find support and then move up. That'd look really nice because you'd have a higher low, which you kind of already do with these lower lows coming into play. That might give you this daily to bounce off of the 50 here. You might come down today and close down in this area, get at the 50, and then bounce from there. Like, you look really good. I thought I was on the 4 hour, but you're on the daily. Yeah. Being that you're on the daily, this rejection off the overbought zone is a little bit more concerning, because I did think we were on the 4 hour, but let's stand by that. You know, as long as you're holding like 2,850 around that area as support, I think you're fine. But if you close below, really if you close below like 2,800, you're probably going lower. You're probably going at least to 2,700, if not 2,300, probably the more likely scenario. Probably this. If you close below 2,800, you're going to 2,300 is my thoughts. Looking at the weekly, very bullish weekly RSI. Very overbought. You might be looking to take a break. You might be going up higher. This kind of sets things back for what I was just saying, truthfully. Because with how overbought you've been, it wouldn't surprise me if you pulled back. I don't think you'll go back to this. But 2,200, 2,300 might be on the brain for Maker right now. If not, you go down to that $2,850 area, $2,860 area, somewhere around there, find support, and then you'll make your way up to about $4,000, and then you'll see a more substantial correction. But it's either now or one more leg up and then later. But soon either way. And I don't mind the daily RSI. It could start to look bad if you break that level that I was talking about around 2,800. And I don't mind the weekly, but you are overbought. You've been overbought for a while, so you've got to be getting exhausted at some point. You do have decreasing volume as you're moving up too, so that's not encouraging either. The daily volume doesn't look too bad though, to be completely fair. Decreasing volume. Substantially lower volume. Yeah, it's like a fake out. Yeah, you might be in trouble. You might be moving down to 22 to 2,300. I'm gonna stand with that. Total 180. I think you're moving down to 22 to 2,300, and then inevitably higher. You're gonna go form a higher low, and then you're gonna move up. That's Maker. ICP. That's. I know a lot of you. Oh man, I'm all the way over here. I know a lot of you guys request like TA videos, like you want me to discuss how I do TA or like where to go to learn that. In the beginning of the video, I went over that. For anybody that hasn't seen the beginning, I know I went over some of that stuff in the beginning, just like briefly, just some stuff, like some resources that you yourself can use for free to look them up. Nothing that I've made personally. But also, just doing these videos like this, I feel like this is somewhat, in my opinion, for me, because I'm hands-on and I do good with like watching people do it too. This is a good way to kind of teach people how to do TA. You saw with Maker that at first I was bullish. I was like unequivocally bullish, but as time went on, it's like you have to be open-minded enough to not just see what you want to see because you establish a bias. You have to be open-minded to be like, okay, I can be wrong. You know what I mean? Like I can be wrong. So like, with that, if you accept that you can be wrong, because inevitably you will be wrong, if you just keep that in mind, you can have the open mind to see things that can argue or go counter to what you've seen already, and they might even overtake that. Just be open-minded is all I'm trying to say. Mixed reality as well, Filecoin. Maumat Alijevsky. I'm no longer doing requests. You guys, for anybody that's got requests, I'm sorry. We're already actually like 30 minutes past where I wanted to be with this live stream. I'm grateful for everybody being here. Thank you. But we're going to finish up with these requests and then get onto it. I've got ICP right now, Gnosis. Then we're talking about WTK, LTCN, CAW, Mana, Storage, Gala, PYI, Telcoin, COTI, Pajamas, and Aave. That's the list from here. It's already a lot. So I'm probably not going to bed till another 30 minutes from now, man, and I'm already up 30 minutes past where I wanted to be. So no more requests. I want to. I wish I had all the time in the world, man, but these live streams get away from me. I let things go on longer because we BS. We go back and forth, and I'm gonna fulfill all these requests here. At this point, it's just gonna take as long as it takes me. But I'm not just gonna be a zombie and just go through this mindlessly. I will converse as much as I can as well. But looking at this, lower lows in the RSI, higher lows in the price, ICP is just not giving it up, man. I really did think it was going to go lower. But with this week, I feel like I'm talking about Bitcoin Cash before it broke out, man. I'm bearish, then bullish, then bearish, then bullish. So at this point in time, let's just say you're moving sideways, ICP. You're moving sideways until you're not. And what would be the first indication that you're not? Close above 1596 on a daily or a weekly. Yes, a daily would be fine. Multiple days would be nice. Close above 1596, and likely you'll be moving up to $20, $21, $25, $32, somewhere in that range. Until then, you're range bound between $11 and $15.96. So that's ICP. Best that I could do. It wouldn't be crazy if you moved a little bit down from here, but I think you're range bound. That's that. If not, if you do break down, if you do go to the bearish targets I had previously discussed, maybe you do move down to $9, maybe you do move down to $8.20 or even $7.30 from here. It can happen and you're still fine. So be prepared for that if it happens. Don't let that shake you out. Genosis. Geno. Looking really good. Wow. Double top in your RSI, bearish divergence. You're likely going to move all the way back down to 240. You're at 334 now. Probably going to move all the way back down there. 61869. You split that zone perfectly. No more needed discussions on this. Yeah, you're going down, bro. 382 support. Check the 236 for resistance. Classic setup. You'd go to the 618. 250, 250. If not, 236. Somewhere in that zone. 242 specifically where this weekly high is. I think that you will at least go to 242 personally. But yeah, down and then up, down and then up. It's a very bullish looking chart, but I will say I don't like the volume. I don't. You'll probably see this thing sell quickly. Where a lot of things I'm calling for them to move down slowly, this is going to be quick. Very quick. And then maybe it putters out, then it moves sideways. Just because you find your low down here doesn't mean it's off to the races again, though it does look like it likes to move up fast. But that's Geno, down for now. WTK on BitTrue. Also looking like it's holding support at key areas. This was an unexpected drop this week for sure. But I think it was like a fake out to the downside. I think you want to continue to move higher. Yeah, I think it's fine. If, however, you close any week below here, below 2.35 cents, then you're in trouble. You're going to like 1.3 cents, maybe back all the way down to like 0.0075 cents. So don't close below this on any given week or really any given day. Don't close below that line, man. You want to find support. You're at an area where you should continue higher, so do that. Continue higher. That's my thoughts for WTK. I think it does, but be wary of this. This is not something you want to play with. Do not close below this line, man. Don't close below 2.35 cents. LTCN, grayscale. Oh, thank you, Patrick. Appreciate you, man. I do it for you guys. I love your determination. All 66 of you still here, man. Thank you. Solana and Filecoin teaming up to create Soul Media. Oh, that's interesting. It's pretty interesting. Those are some two big names, man. That is pretty interesting. Everybody look into that. You know, I mean, that's I don't know. I'm just hearing it from you, but I believe that you're telling the truth, Teresa. Yeah. Oh, I do. I drink. I got my gallon. I got it. Bearish divergence on LTCN. It is printed. You did have a red week. It's green, yes, but you closed 1.53% in the red. You're probably going down. TradingView used to do this where if it was a green week, but because it gapped down, it closed negative, you'd get a green candle, but you'd get red volume. But it doesn't do that anymore. It used to do that, I swear. Or I just dreamed about it, and in which case that makes sense too, because I have dreamed about charts, you guys. I really have. Often, actually. Especially back in the early days, man, the degen days. 24.92, you're probably pulling back to 17.10. Ah, man, I'm saying that, but I think Litecoin looks like it wants to move up, right? This chart, if it wasn't for Litecoin, I would say you're moving down to 17. Maybe even 16. Maybe even 15. But Litecoin kind of looks bullish. And as long as Litecoin's bullish, I can't see LTCN being bearish. So while you do have bearish divergence printed, if next week were to close green, that's not confirmation. So maybe it's not bearish divergence after all. The daily RSI, for what it's worth, doesn't look bad. Nor does the 3 hour. So I don't know. LTCN, you actually might be moving up to 31.40 this coming week. I'm going to stand by that. I think you are. I think you're moving up. Yeah, LTCN. CAW. A hunter's dream. Caw. Caw. This whole chart is an accumulation phase. That's all it is. So this is what it does, right? You ready for the TA? Here it goes. It goes up, and then it goes down, and then it moves sideways. Then it goes up, and then it goes down, and then it moves sideways. And then it goes up, and it goes down, and then it'll go sideways. So probably forms a higher low. You've got some kind of trajectory of these higher lows here. So you probably do go down a little bit more. You're at 100 zeros 9. You're probably going to go down to like 100 zeros 6 7. I don't know how many zeros that is. That's why I'm saying 100. But however many zeros it is, you probably move below however many zeros that is 7. Below that 7 line, you probably hold the 6 line. I mean, actually, to be fair, you could go down to 5 6. But then sideways, very boring. But you know, it's a very new chart. Anything can happen. TA doesn't stand normally for stuff like this. Or I shouldn't say that. It's not normally as reliable. Anything can happen at any point. But for now, based off of what we have, down and then sideways is my best guess. Yeah. Call. Mana. Looking also good. Man, this back to what Prince was saying earlier. He was asking if there's anything that's like what to get in. This might be one of them, dude. This might be one of them. It's worth 63 cents essentially right now. And I think it's going to go all the way up to $100 by the end of the cycle. If not 50, if not 90, you know, but it's going to go up higher. No problem, Mad Dog. Don't fumble those Jesus bags. Matthew Saba, I appreciate you, man. But and Oram, I appreciate you. But Dell, no, it's not my first live. And AJ, all you guys throwing requests out there. We talked about BCH Takataki. I'm not doing requests anymore. The request line is down at the moment. I need to get to sleep, man. I'm already up. It's been 40 minutes later than I planned on this going. I actually want to see that. Yeah, we're already on a new music. It changed. It went from energetic to relaxing beautiful is what it says. Let's see. What is this? I might get copyrighted, bro. This is peaceful. It's very peaceful. You guys might hear a bit of an echo, but what we're gonna do is we're just gonna play it back. We're just gonna play it back, man, and do this one again. Anyways, Decentraland looking bullish. Higher low, nice weekly reaction here. Yes, you pulled back, but man, you held support right at 55 cents. That's nice to see. Bullish engulfing candle, decent volume, not a lot. Daily RSI, it looks good and bad. Generally, I would look with this kind of look. I would look for you to go oversold, but a lot of cryptos have been defying that rule, that logic lately. I want to pump it back out to the weekly. You could go lower. You could go to like 52 to 49 cents, somewhere around there first, and then go higher. But something, I don't know, man. What you did literally was found support on your weekly. Like you broke out, tested it for support, looking like you've got a positive bounce. I would think Mana looks like it wants to go up like immediately. Weekly RSI looks very strong. 91 cents, $1.05, $1.38, $1.77, anything and everywhere in between that, man. You're probably going to see $1 real soon. Weekly high close up here, yeah, $1, just above $1 real soon for Mana. Here we are at 62 cents now. And when I say real soon, like it could be next week. It could be by the end of April. And in fact, I almost would expect that it could be by the end of April. Maybe we consolidate. Maybe we move sideways throughout April, and then sometime in May we break out. But soon, within the next 2 months, I would say we're going to be up at $1, and it could be within the next 2 weeks. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, Matthew. Thank you, the Marty Show. Thank you, man, or the Marte Show. I don't know what conversation you guys are having, Excommunicactus and MHAT, but I'm not going to read into it, but it sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. Yeah, I think that's it with Mana. I think it wants to go up higher. If it moves down, I don't think it's going below that low. It could, but I don't think it will. But just know that if it does, it's not the end of the world. It's just because it's not doing what I think it's going to do does not mean that it's over. Inevitably we're going above $1, and inevitably Mana's going way higher than that. I think this thing from its current price is a 100x coin. It has that capacity. Potentially even more than that, but we'll see. Store J. This is one of my smaller holdings. You know, I have a little bit of play money in this thing. Bought it back. Where were we? I forget. I think I bought it on these lows. Maybe it was. I'd have to check. I'm not gonna check now. I think I bought it during these lows, but anyways, or maybe I bought it sometime up on this week. I forget, but looking at the weekly RSI, I'm not necessarily impressed by it. You are in an accumulation phase, kind of, right? At the top of it, moved up, consolidating before you really want to see the breakout. If you like this move, there's more to come for sure. But do you go lower first? With this look, I wouldn't be surprised if you move back to 40 cents, even 34 cents. You're at 70 cents now. But nice bounce off the oversold zone. You are holding the 382. Technically, that is a nice reaction. As long as you don't close below the 382, if you don't close below 60.76 cents, I think you're okay. But if you do, just know you're probably going to go to 40 cents, just below 40 cents is what I would think. 34 to 39 cents. So some if-thans there. If I had to guess, I think you are going lower. You probably are going to go below 40 cents. But that's my thoughts on Store J. I could be wrong. As long as you're not closing below that 382. If you close above 80 cents again on a daily basis, I would think you probably do start to move higher. But that's my opinion on Store J. Gala Games, man. Everybody was requesting this coin like 4 months ago, 5 months ago, and I haven't heard anything in a while. Which is crazy because it did great. It did really good, right? How much of a growth is that? Dude, that's nice. Yeah. Over like a few weeks, a month. Yeah. Broke out. Back testing previous area for support. Hey, looking good. Looking good. Yeah, dude, classic. 886 support after hitting that 100. You're looking like you want to go to 9.7 all the way up to 17 cents, man. Here you are at 6 cents now. Yeah. Looking good. I bet you do see 17 cents. I bet you even go a little bit past 17 cents, maybe 18 cents. You look good. Yeah, I like the daily RSI. I like everything that you're doing. It all looks good. This yesterday especially, beautiful. Volume, the move, everything. I like it. You're pulling back today, whatever. All aboard. Last opportunity. You're moving up, man. I think so. Yeah. Bull flag. Moving up. Looking good. Good job. Gala Games. PYI for Mr. M Hat here. One more shout out to M Hat, the legend himself, man. And Smooth Operator if you're in here. And everybody else is in here, man. I appreciate you guys so very much. But Smooth Operator and M Hat, they do some I mean, there's other people, Bartman and Vito. Man, I haven't heard from Vito in a long time. I wonder if he moved on to bigger and better things. You know, you never know too, man. Sometimes you don't hear from somebody online. You know, like something could have happened. Like this world is a cruel place, man. It's a beautiful place. The longer you're alive, the more beauty hopefully you will see. But the longer you're alive, the more tragedy you will see also. If you know people, if you love people, anybody in your life, the longer you live, the greater chance they will not at some point, you know. It's inevitable. You got a dog, a cat, you know, whatever, like it's inevitable. The longer you live, the more tragedy you will see. But therein lies the beauty of it at the same time, man. It is the tragedy that is beautiful. But I am sober and I'm getting philosophical and it doesn't make sense, but here we are. I'm a little bit slap happy, that's what it is. But PYI 4 hour. 4 hour looks bearish to me. To me it hold up. I don't want to draw fibs from there. Let's look at the 1 hour. You're consolidating. Maybe it does look bullish. Maybe it does. Maybe it does, actually. Alright, so some if-thans, I think, are in order. Low to high here. If you close for more than just one candle, below like 19.48, really I'd say below 18.8 cents, then you stand to go to 14 cents or 13 cents. But if you can get back above, and I think you will, if you can get back above here, it will start to look good, but really getting above 23.3 cents, it's only 3 cents away, 3.3 cents away right now. If you can get above that on a closing basis on your 4 hour, then yes, you're probably looking to break out of this consolidation right now. And at which case, I would think you are going to move up high to low to 34 to 41 cents. That also on the daily from that high to low, you're above your 382 here. Yeah, I think you want to move up. I think so. Yeah. Yep, I think so. It is delirium, you know it. Thank you. Kanye West, I appreciate you. We're not doing any more requests, man. I'm almost done. I am going to finish this video up, guys. We have 4 more coins to talk about. Telcoin, Coty, Pajamas, and then Ave finishing that one up for Smooth himself. Yeah, I think PYI looks good. I think it looks good, man. Telcoin, at least like you were saying, for a short-term play. Telcoin, Tether, KuCoin. Also kind of looks like it's consolidating, like a bull flag. I like what you're doing with your RSI. Yeah, you probably move up too, man. You get a move up. You get a, oh, look at that. Bouncing right off the 123 moving average. I love to see it. Might be a coincidence, though, because it doesn't look like you respected it at all over here. But hey, that's okay. 1272 holding above that. If you close right here or even just a little bit higher, that looked really good. You're probably moving up to 0.006, 0.008, maybe even all the way up to 1 cent, man. It looks good. It looks fine. I wouldn't like to see today close red. I'd like to see it close green. I'd like to see this week close 8% higher, because then you would have pronounced bearish divergence, and that would call for a move back to about 0.0027. And if that happens, cool, whatever. It's just a lower low, or a higher low, technically, finding support on previous areas of resistance, and then you move higher to the prices I was talking about. But I don't know. Time will tell. Time will tell. I kind of like it. I think it wants to move higher. Prove me wrong. And close today or tomorrow or any day really below 0.00368. Close below that, and then we probably are going lower. That's Telcoin. Coty, C-O-T-I. You said V2 though, I think. Coty V2. Would it be Coty V2? All right, we're just gonna do that because I think I'm sure this is the V2. It's just it says Coty. It's like Ethereum is Ethereum 2.0, but it's Ethereum. High to low here, finding support on your 1272, weekly overbought, and now you're not. I think you want to move higher. I think you get a bounce here. I think you want to go to 30 cents, 42.8 cents, maybe even all the way up to 71 cents. As high as 71 would be what I'd give, but I'd look first at that 30 cent to 43 cent area. That makes sense to me. I'm not a big fan of the daily RSI. I might have spoken too soon on the bullish side of things, man. You actually might be moving down to about 11.5 to 13 cents. I'm going to stick with that. I think that's where you're going. 11.5 to 13 cents first, and then up. It looks good on the weekly for like what the price action looks like, but this daily, it looks not good. I think you're going to your 886 or your 100 level, which again is anywhere from about 13.3 cents to 11.4 cents, 11.5 cents. That's Coty. Going down probably. Pajamas. We're talking about pajamas, man. We got to get on this here. Pajamas, my most recent coin that I've bought. Pajamas on Sol, the first YouTube cat. We're already down, baby. I had some screw it money from some airdrops that I had from a while ago, and I was like, you know what, screw it, let's just put some money in. I bought the pump. I was feeling the magic. I was watching a X Space earlier, or hearing, you don't watch X Spaces, you listen to them, and it sounded kind of interesting, I suppose, for a meme coin. It is just a meme coin, but the guy that founded YouTube, Steve something or whatever, I think he bought some, is what they were saying. And like the guy that made this coin, or like he was one of like the founders of the coin, him and Steve, I guess, talked directly. And I don't know, pajamas, it must be a meme of the first YouTube cat, whatever that is, but I don't know. It just, while I was listening to the X Space, I was like, okay, screw it. I got some screw it money. Let's put it in. It's meme season. Meme season might be at an end though, and I thought about that after I bought it. I'm like, that might not have been a good idea, but we'll see. Let's see here. So I bought it like right there. So already I'm down 23.7%, baby. Not even phased. I thought about this earlier, man. I bought it. I bought a meme coin on like a whim, and I haven't looked at the price until now. Like since then, I haven't looked at the price since then. Like I might have looked at it for like the first 10 minutes afterwards, but I thought about this when I was putting my daughter down. I'm like, man, I am growing as an investor. And I said that as I'm talking about a meme coin that I invested in, but I think you're at different levels of degen, right? You're a degen, hardcore degen. If you're like, if the charts are like cracked to you, you can't leave it alone. You have to be on it the whole time. But I made a purchase on some coin that I'm just buying on a whim, and I bought it, and I just don't even care. I'm just letting it do its thing. I feel like that's growth. It doesn't sound as good as it did in my head. It sounds like I might have a problem, but we'll see, man. We'll see. I think it could grow. It might not, but not shilling this. Not everybody has to buy. That's for sure. I wouldn't recommend that anybody buys actually, but I did today. I mean, the next extension would be a 11x, 17x, 27x, whatever. The volume was decent today. It doesn't look decent, but for its market cap, it's solid. Let's just see, actually. Pajamas. It saw $1 million, and it's worth right now. It's worth like $4 to $5 million, and actually probably $3 to $5 million in market cap. So either way, that's decent volume for something like that. But we'll see how long that lasts. That was today. They were talking about it in an X space, so maybe that's why it got attention. But I don't know what they're doing with it. I haven't looked into it too much. I can't think, honestly, guys, of the last time that I made a purchase like this where I didn't look into the coin at all. I listened to this X space for like an hour, and the guy convinced me, that it might do well. And it is meme coin season, whatever. But it's relatively new. I took a shot in the dark, and if I get burned, cool. It's some money that I like. Not that I don't care about money, but it's nothing serious anyways. I put like $600 into it. Nobody would like to lose $600, right? I would think nobody would, but it's not going to break the bank if it does that, man. So, anyways, that's pajamas. Maybe it goes up, maybe it goes down. I can't really do TA on it because it's just so new. It's absolutely just the newest coin that we've talked about. You are above your 382. That part looks good, but you look like you want to go below it, so who knows. You went all the way up to your 618. Holding this 382 would look really nice, and if you do hold the 382, you probably do gear higher, and these extensions are on the table. So there's that. Let's finish this bad boy up with Ave, everybody. Ave. I lost 140. MHAT's good, man. See, I didn't lose yet because I haven't sold. Exactly. No, with that, MHAT, and this goes counterintuitive to everything I've like said ever on any video, I'm willing to let that money just burn. If it goes, it's either going to be worth $6 grand or 20 grand, or it's going to be worth zero. It's like, it's nothing in between. I literally, I feel disingenuous saying I don't care about that money, because it's not that I don't care about it, but it's like, I at the same time I don't. Like, it's just like I'm taking a shot in the dark. This is crypto. This is what we do. We buy meme coins and we let it ride. And I don't know. There's if you're in crypto, there's that degen side to you for most people, you know. And I guess I fed that degen side today. And I'm hoping it doesn't bite me in the butt. It really, like, if it goes to zero, it's not gonna hurt. Like, whatever. That's okay. And I make more than that in a day, almost like very easily, man. Like, it's not a problem. It's yeah. Yeah, you don't lose till you sell, you know. Yeah. That's right, full send it. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, on that note, anybody who wants to degen, not that I'm recommending you buy, but hey, you're getting it dramatically lower, or significantly lower, I should say, than I bought it. So you'd be doing better than me. But yeah, there's no TA is really going to help us out with this thing. It's either going to go up or it's going to get demolished. Either way. And probably it gets demolished, so just know that going into it. But I don't know. I did buy it. Aave, here we go. We're talking about it now. For realsies. Okay, man. Yeah. Kind of like Compound, right? I mean, obviously they're similar to each other, but you broke out of your accumulation phase. Absolutely you did. You back tested it today and found support on it. Beautiful. I said today, this week. I meant this week. I'm sorry. Daily RSI doesn't look too good, but it doesn't look terrible either. I want to look at the 4 hour. 4 hour looks a little bit better, actually. Especially the fact that you're like holding up here around that 123 looks nice. 1 hour looks sad, but not too sad. I mean, like, whatever. I don't know. You're not getting any volume. 15-minute looks good for a low. That's yeah, that makes sense, because you absolutely could reverse here. Last time you saw a candle like this, you reversed, you know. Maybe you do again. Who knows? 4 hour looking like it wants to bounce off this 50. Constructive 4 hour. I'm going with it, man. I think it does want to go up higher from here. So if you are going higher from here, if that is your low, from high to low, yeah, man. I think yep, you're going to 133 to 147 in that range, and inevitably you're going to go to 170 to 194, 250 or higher, inevitably. You're in the middle of the move right now. You're in the beginning, right? If like this was your low and then this was your high, you're at this point right now. That's where you're going. Is it going to be a straight line up? Probably not. It'll probably, you'll find resistance, you'll move up, you'll find resistance, you'll move up, and you'll work your way up. But more or less, yes, it is a straight line, but not really, right? You're going to have checkpoints along the way is what I'm trying to say. But 170 is the first target. 194, kind of the height of the expected zone. But being that this is a small extension, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw 250. You just back tested your accumulation phase. I would not be surprised if you saw deep extensions on this, and even deeper than that. Let's take regular fib retracement from the overall range on the monthly here. High, all-time high to cycle low. Would you look at that? Would you look at that shit? 2272 and your 2618 right in the golden ratio, the 618-69 zone of your macro fib. Yeah, you're going to 240 to 291. You're in the middle of it now. You're in the beginning of that move. Arguably, the beginning of that move was down here, but you are in the midst of this move. You are literally at the refueling stop on your way up there. You broke out of your accumulation range. Absolutely you did, right? Accumulation down here, consolidated at the high point of it, broke out, back tested it for support, what's going to happen, I wonder, with this very bullish looking weekly RSI. The daily's weird, but hey, whatever. Technically, you have a lower low with a higher low, so that part's not bad. You were overbought, and now you're not. You cooled off, you know, so you're definitely refreshed and ready to go. You did, okay, technically you bounced right off your 40. I didn't even look at that. That's a really good look in itself, too. That is actually a really good look. So, yeah, you're going up, man. Up, 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 all the way up to 240 to 291, somewhere in that area. And you could go higher. Inevitably, you probably do go higher, but this is more in the immediate terms, more like within the next 2 months. If not before the halving, maybe a month after the halving. But that's all I got, you guys. That's all I've got. If you guys like the video, if you like the live stream, be sure to hit that like button. Up an hour past what I meant to do. That's how it happens, man. That's really how it happens. I'll be day to day with my wife. She'll be like, "You gonna be in so we can watch shows together? We can watch our movies or whatever." I'll be like, "Yeah, it should be another hour." And like 2 hours later, I'm coming to bed. She's already asleep. You guys, man, keeping me from my late night, you know what's. Nah. We're more daytime people in that regard. But let's see. Yeah, dude, yeah. You get it. I mean, everybody in here, if you're in crypto, you get it. Like, this falls back to that. You have to be a little bit crazy. You got to have something not proper in the head if you want to get ahead in life. Everybody who's doing crypto, the majority of people don't think crypto's legit. They think it's a scam. They think you're crazy. They make you feel silly for talking about it. I don't feel silly, man. I will blatantly talk to someone about crypto, and when they look at me like I'm just some idiot, I love it, because I'm like, all right, like this shows like it's like whenever somebody thinks they're the smartest person in the room, you automatically know they're the dumbest person in the room, you know. I don't know, man. I love talking about it. I love putting myself out there and like trying to get people interested in crypto. I'll talk to like a group of people, and I can always tell where that one person is that's a little bit interested. Everybody else might be like, dude, that's a scam, that's crap. And that one person that's interested, they might not say it then, but they'll reach out later and they'll be like in my DMs or in you know, like if I know them personally, they'll be like, hey, I'm kind of curious. Could you get me involved in this? I'm like, I'm happy to. I'm more than happy to. You remember your friends who are laughing at this? They're going to be like, dude, what? Like, how did you make this money? Because this is that. But again, you have to be willing to invest in something that largely most people just think it's a scam. And I say the same thing. This is an expression that I've personally said. I don't know if other people say it, but I mean, it makes sense. The only people that don't like crypto are the people that don't know anything about it. The only people who think crypto is a scam, if automatically you tell me crypto is a scam and that you're only going to lose money in crypto, I automatically know that you don't know anything about crypto, or you are a public figure and you're saying that so that nobody is on to you with your crypto holdings. Like what's his name? Peter Schiff, Jamie Dimon, the people who they clearly understand the value of crypto, okay? They're not dumb people, but they're anti-crypto, they're anti-Bitcoin. You guys, they hold crypto. They hold it. But they're not dumb. If they say they hold crypto, the IRS is going to come after them, right? And they're probably really good with money to the point where they can professionally launder it. Not that I think that's okay, you know, but I'm just saying, of course they know what crypto is. Of course they know the benefits of it and they see the value. They're just saying that in public. I really think that there are some people who are public figures. They're like anti-crypto on purpose. They're actually pro-crypto in heart. I think Gary Gensler, the SEC chair, I think he's pro-crypto too, man. Wild theory. But I think that crypto and Bitcoin is more pure without an ETF, and like the people who truly believe in decentralization and like the heart and soul of crypto, what it should be, you would not be pro to an ETF. I remember back in the day, man, when people were like Lark from Crypto Lark, BitBoy. I'm drawing a blank on names here, but there are a bunch of people, Tone Vase, who were very anti-ETF, and now they're all like pro-ETF. But it's like, man, it's bringing in the money, sure, but like the whole aspect of crypto is that it's decentralized. So, you know, man, I'm just getting on tangent after tangent here. All to say, guys, that you have to have something wrong with you to be in this, right? You have to think differently than most people to be in crypto, and there's nothing wrong with throwing a little bit of lunch money on some meme coins. But there is something wrong with you, and not in a good way, if you're betting the house. The difference between someone who's a genius making money with meme coins and someone who's not a genius making and they're losing money with meme coins is just the results. You're the same person, but one of you got lucky and you turned $1,000 into $1 million versus the person that he's the exact same thought as you, but he just put his money in the wrong one, or she put his money in the wrong one, the ETF with BTC. No, that's the thing too, Frankenstein. Every ETF that's been approved in history, when a US ETF gets approved, it's normally bad for months for the asset. Bitcoin's the only one that it wasn't. It's actually been good. Initially we saw a sell-off, a sell the news event, but it did not perform bearish at all to any degree of what I thought it was, man. It's actually proven to be good, but all in all, I don't think it's good for Bitcoin. Like, not to the core, not to the soul. We don't need the ETFs to see the kind of price growth we're seeing. It's happening earlier, sure, but inevitably, guys, Bitcoin's going to be worth millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars. It's going to happen with or without the ETFs. We don't need the ETFs. The ETFs need crypto. And the story's been spun, and everybody's biting at that. But that's just my thoughts, man. I don't know. Hopefully everything works out fine. Hopefully this doesn't lead to centralization of Bitcoin. I really hope it doesn't. But again, if BTC falls prey to not being what it set out to do, it really strays from like the vision of what Bitcoin is. That Bitcoin Cash, man, it's in the spotlight. It is the better Bitcoin, and it's ready. Bitcoin Cash, all the Dragon Riders, we're ready, man, for BTC to slip up. We are absolutely, yeah. Essentially, it does. And this ETF does not help with that, MHAT. It does not. It absolutely, it makes it more centralized. Yeah, absolutely. And I hope BCH doesn't get an ETF, man, which sounds kind of counterintuitive, but I hope it doesn't. I hope, I don't know, nobody pushes for that, but there will be people, there will be VCs out there that do push for that, but I don't know. Again, back to that idea, man. Gary Gensler, maybe he's a good guy after all. Maybe he's like a crypto purist, and he didn't want to see. He actually used to give like crypto discussions back in like colleges and stuff. Not when he was in college, but like in colleges. He was like a pro Bitcoin guy before he became SEC chair. And it's like, I think he still sees the value in it, but there's a reason. There might be a reason why he was so anti ETF on it. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's truth to that. It's hard to say if something's actually decentralized, because if it's truly decentralized, anybody with deep pockets could load up on it and centralize it, essentially. No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know what else to do here. I'm gonna go over this one more time for anybody who joined in late. If you guys are looking to learn about crypto, let's see what the poll said. Pajamas, yes or no, 50-50. 10 votes. Only 10 of you voted. You guys are about to know. All right, you ready? You ready? Pajamas. Yep. If this is your first live stream, you might not have known, but if you've been here before, you know. I wear the pajamas, man. It's funny watching me play it back. It's like you can only see my body. Thank you, Full Sended. I appreciate you. Matt, you knew. Patrick, no X. No, I don't know. Oh, you don't have an X. Oh, right. Mentions peer-to-peer. Yeah, true that. Hey, true that, MHAT. Actually, you're very right. Everybody talks. Yeah, you're very right. It is a peer-to-peer cash system, essentially. Digital cash system. Hell yeah, Full Send it. Yeah, Ricky. Thank you guys, man. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. If you're new and you want to start your journey learning TA, there's a ton of resources out there besides just watching someone talk about it on YouTube. You can go to thepatternSite.com. This is from a guy who literally has like half a century's worth of experience doing technical analysis. Got a glossary here. Bulkowski. Thomas Bulkowski is his name. Candlesticks, chart patterns, Elliott waves, fundamentals. He does quizzes. All this stuff is free. He updates it regularly, 3/22/24. It's the 23rd where I'm at right now. Like he literally updates this thing regularly. And everything that you find on here, all the percentages, all the statistics, they're backed by decades. He has the most, he literally, out of any trader in the world, has the most recorded data for trades. He has recorded the most patterns over time than anybody else has. Patternsite.com. It's free. It's like a glossary to TA. Candlesticks and chart patterns. Those are the things you need. You know, if you're just starting, check out candlesticks. Learn about candlesticks. You don't have to learn about every little thing. You can if you want to, but just use it as like a reference point. You know, you hear people talk about it in videos, and you're like, "What is a Heikinashi?" or what's a I don't know, Hikaki bearish? I don't know what that is. What is a 3 black crows? What is a mat hold? I don't even know what a mat hold is, man. But you know, like, you can look at all these different things, and he gives you what the performance is likely to be. Evening star, you know, bearish reversal. That's what, you know, theoretical performance. Best 10-day performance rank 4, bear market up breakout. Characteristics 3. That's kind of funny to me. And then he gives an example, right? You get the template, an ideal kind of look, and then you give the example, right? And then the more sophisticated aspects would be chart patterns, Elliott waves, event patterns, all that stuff. But yeah, there's that. And then also Eric Crown. Type this in your YouTube, Eric Crown Crypto. This is not so much a TA thing, more of a psychology thing. If you're new to trading, you want to trade, or even if you're an investor, you're a speculator, go to his, it'll be home is where it is. Eric Crown, this is what it'll look like. You click playlists, and you go to Trading Psychology Series. He has 52 videos. I won't see you for a day probably. There's a lot of valuable stuff in this series. There's a lot of valuable stuff throughout all this stuff, man. Crypto Simps is funny. You know, they do some TA together and talk about some things for sure. Long-term analysis. I don't know what all these. I've looked at some of them. Treasures of the Cave is very old, but this in my opinion is gold, man, and it's all free. Everything in here is probably gold to some degree, but that takes the cake for me. So if you guys want to start your journey, if you have any questions about technical analysis or like how to go about things, these are good starting points in my opinion, and they're totally free. You do not have to pay. Here's another thing I'd recommend: if you're looking to do TA, don't join a paid group. Don't do it. Just don't. There are good paid groups out there. The odds of you finding it are 1 in 1,000. Maybe it'll be cheap, maybe it'll be expensive, but from every person I've ever met, I've never done a paid group, but from every person I've met, from any person I've talked to in a Discord that has joined paid groups, they all say the same thing, and that's, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. They tell you the same shit that you hear for free on YouTube. They tell you the same shit that you could find for free on the internet if you just type in questions, right? You're new, you might not know what the questions are, but stick around. Watch the videos, watch my videos, watch other people's videos. When you hear a term that you don't understand, look it up. You'll teach yourself for free. You don't have to pay $1,000 for a course. And you're less likely to be successful immediately like that than if you have someone holding your hand. But if you do a paid group, you're not going to have someone holding your hand anyways, guys. Like, none of these paid, they're not what they, from, again, I've never had a paid group myself. I've never been a part of one, but every person that I've talked to that's joined one, they've all said negative things about them. They've all said it just wasn't worth it. Whether it was a $200 course or a $1,000 course, it's never been worth it. So, on the last cycles, how close were you? I'm always listening to your TA. You're predicting some crazy highs. I hope you're correct. Street glide. I'm glad you asked that. Last cycle, I predicted Bitcoin was going to reach 131K or 160K, something like that, and we fell way short of that. I think my highest prediction would have been like just below 200K was my thing for last cycle. Absolutely wrong on that. I was bullish on the COVID low, but I thought we were going to revisit 10K, and we just never did. And then once we got to 19K and we were chilling for a bit, I flipped bullish, and then we started. I caught most of the run. I bought Dogecoin below a cent. I didn't sell Dogecoin until it was like, I mean, I sold, the highest sell I sold Dogecoin for was like 60 cents, but I averaged in at 0.0078 cents, averaged out at about 14.5 cents. That's where I averaged out, and it went all the way up to 70 cents. So pretty good entry point, not the best exit point, but I still made decent gains, bro. I can't be upset with decent gains. I did not do the best with the last bull market. I was not under the impression that we were done, because that was the lowest extension play that we'd ever seen on Bitcoin. And as time's gone on, it makes sense as to why that was. There was so much going on that held Bitcoin back. Specifically, the DXY was in an expansion phase, and that to me truly is what the case in point was, why we did not break 100K last cycle. I think we were earmarked for it. The dollar just had other plans. But can I be wrong this cycle? Can I'm calling for Bitcoin to go to 400 to 500K this cycle. Can it be wrong? Sure. But it's not just some random numbers that I'm pulling out of my ass. I've gone in depth on those analyses, whatever, as to why I think that. I'll probably do another video on that soon, but I like BCH's optimal privacy. McAfee was saying Monero will replace. He was. I mean, you guys, Monero is the Mac Daddy privacy coin. It probably will do well. The fact that it's like illegal, it's not illegal technically, but like no exchange in America is allowed to have it, to host it. Or is it on Kraken? Is it on Kraken? It is on Kraken, an American exchange. I know Kraken got sued by the SEC, but the fact that like a lot of exchanges took it off their exchange, to me says something. I think it is valuable. And why is it valuable? It's a privacy coin. It's the OG privacy coin. It can't be traced. There's value in that. That's also part of the reason why I think cash is never going to go away, because cash is a means for shady people to do illegal things. Shady people like our government, right? Everyone talks about crypto and like, you want to money launder, you want to do illegal things. Most illegal things in the world are paid for with cash, okay? Cash is never going to go away for that purpose, because for good Samaritans, for the average person, transactions off the books aren't really a necessary tool. That doesn't have any value. But there are a lot of illegal activities that take place throughout the world, from anything from like the slums to high status political figures and celebrities. And those people who have the decisions on money, like they have the decision on like the way the world works, more or less, they're not going to let cash go away. CBDCs, crypto, whatever, any discussion that I ever hear about people saying cash is going to go away, the dollar's going to go to hell, we're never, like it's going away in our lifetime. I'm like, you guys don't understand. Like, think about it. They need a means to do things illegally. They're not going to put it on a digital crypto that they can track. And I mean, maybe they can use Monero, obviously, where you wouldn't use that, but you can, I don't know. Maybe you could tell if someone had a Monero wallet. I don't know. You wouldn't be able to see their transactions, but I don't know how you would know if they have a wallet either. I don't know. Maybe if they're using like USDT and they send it from places. I don't know. Cash is government controlled. It can be banned as soon as they want to enforce. Yeah, and that's the thing though with the CBDC MHAT. I would wonder if they would make it traceable. I would wonder if they would have a public ledger, or would it only be public, or would it only be available for the government? At any point, if it was traceable, if it was a digital coin that's traceable, that to me that would leave the door open for physical cash to still exist and have a purpose, because again, they need shady stuff to do. They need something to do business with. Help me with $50. Okay. Put $50 in, want to invest in Ape. Oh, you want me to give you $50? I can't do that, man. I can't do that. I don't have any cash. I'm not here to give people money. Oh, but my daughter is waking up. On that note, Hassam, I hope you have a good night, man. Everybody else, I hope you have a good night. She is waking up, though. I got to go get her. So take care. Thank you all for being here. You guys are great.